And good evening. Welcome out here to King City as we get set here for another conference game tonight. It's a matchup in the GRC 8 tonight. It's a matchup between the Wildcats of King City and the Warriors of Albany. And we're joined again in the booth tonight with Brett Williams. Again, Brett, thank you for joining along with us again tonight on Albany TV. Welcome to back have you in the booth this week.
Yep, it's good to be back and watch some Warrior football.
I said the Warriors coming off a tough loss last week against North Andrew, 50-44. Warriors come in with a record of 2-4 on the season, still looking for their first conference win of the year. King City coming off of a big win over Schuyler County last week by a final score of 50-0. Really helped them bring back Landon Wells, who's getting the start and again tonight at quarterback, coming off of a collarbone injury. It was good to get him just a half a play last week against Schuyler County, and now they'll really throw him to the wolves with this Warrior defense that was able to hold the North Andrew Cardinals' run offense a little bit last week. We'll see how Parker Muff does with that tonight for King City. I'd like to thank our sponsors, help you bring you tonight's broadcast tonight here on Albany TV.
Sponsors for tonight's game are BTC Bank with locations in Albany, Beeman, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Maysville, Osborne, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Petty John Auto Center in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany. Albany Hy-Vee, Schultz in Albany. American Family Insurance, Agent David Smith in Albany and Stanberry. United Country Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company, Agents Tony Nelson in Bethany and Tammy Wine Siddons in Albany. Smith Insurance and Smith Prudential in Albany. Albany Chiropractic Clinic. Dollars and Messner Auction Service, Northwest Cell. Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. Mosaic Medical Center in Albany. The Legacy at East Fork Lodge in Albany. The Albany School District. The King City School District. Hogue Lumber Company in Albany. Stamper Hauling in Albany. Albany Booster Club. The City of Albany. The Printery and New Shopper in Albany. And Winter Circle Trophies and Awards in North Albany.
And also, like to remind everybody that this pregame tonight on Albany TV is brought to you by BTC Bank. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. We'll be back in just a moment with some more of our BTC Bank pregame as we have our sit-down like we do every week with the head coach of the Warriors and Doug Fountain. That's all coming up for you next here, a part of the BTC Bank pregame on Albany TV.
Show your school spirit with a BTC Bank School Mascot debit card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded, just like you. BTC Bank.
Have you looked at Petty John Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Petty John Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's is family friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany. Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
And
And welcome back into the BTC Bank pregame. The Albany Warriors lost another close conference game last week to North Andrew, 50-46. We're here with the coach of the Warriors, and Doug Fountain. Coach, you were able to hold the Cardinal run defense, made them throw the ball a little bit. Was that the game plan going into last Friday's game?
You know, anytime you play, your defensive game plan's got to sit around taking away what they want to do and what they do best and make them do something else. And not that they were totally ineffective in their run game, but certainly probably less than what they normally are and what they wanted. And I thought we really did a nice job up front. I thought our run fits were real good. I thought we played with a lot of physicality. And so I was real pleased in that element. We made them do something that they don't normally do and go to the air a little bit. And there were times we were fine in that, and they got us a few times. So overall defensively, I thought we played with great effort and fixed a couple things. We're probably in a little bit different position at the end of the game.
And the ball game came down to a couple 2-point conversions, a couple of big 4th down conversions. Did you guys work on the 2-point conversion attempts this week in practice? I know it's kind of been one of the weaker points this year.
Well, it hadn't just started this week. It's something we got to continue to get better at, 2-point conversion and short yardage in general. And, it's something that we devote quite a bit of time to. And so, you expect it to get better, and we do. You mentioned they made a couple nice plays, particularly on their last drive where they converted a couple 4th and 10s. And, we had an opportunity on that first one to get him behind the line of scrimmage, and quarterback got loose and put one up in the air, and their kid made a terrific catch. I mean, really great effort. And then on the last one, they made the play at the end that they had to make to win the game. And so they did, and we had a chance with the ball there at the very end and didn't execute well enough. And so hats off to North Andrew. They're ranked 1 for a reason, and they're a really good football team. And when we took away the things they wanted to do, they had something else that they found a way to get it done. But going back to our kids, extremely proud of their effort. They're a great group of kids that work extremely hard. It's not just on the football field. You look at the grade card, and we got 2/3 of our football team that got nothing lower than a B, and we got 1/3 of our football team that has all straight A's. So that tells you that our kids do things the right way in all areas, and if we can continue to do that, we'll be just fine.
And then this week, you stay in the GRC, but this time go on the road to take a foe in King City. You said a little bit about North Andrew able to take away their run game. Well, if you take away Parker Muff, now with Landon Wells back at quarterback, they kind of bring a tough matchup passing the ball as well. What is the defensive game plan going up against a team like King City that can run the ball well with Muff and throw it all over the field with Wells?
We got a ton of respect for them. They're a good team. They're well coached. Their staff knows what they're doing with their kids and put them in a position to be successful. They're big and they're fast and they're physical. And so, really, that sounds like a repeat of the last several weeks of GRC play, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They bring several elements to the table. One of them is, the thing they want to do most is hammer at you with their big kid who's also fast. And if you take that away, they've got complements to that. And so, just get lined up and play fast and trust your eyes and get where you need to be and make plays when you're there. And if you can do those things, you'll be a good defensive football team.
And we usually end most of these with what are the keys to victory tonight for the Warriors?
It's pretty simple playing. Football is not a complicated game. That doesn't make it easy. Defensively, we've got to eliminate the big play and make them snap it again. And if you give some stuff up between the 20s, you've got to tighten down inside the 20. And you've got to create some takeaways. You've got to create some extra possessions for yourself. Can't miss tackles in the open field because they've got enough athletes that if you don't make the play in the open field, they're going to make you pay. Offensively, we've got to be efficient and stay ahead of the chains, be physical in the run game and efficient in the pass game. And, big plays will happen when where you're just executing the way you're supposed to. In terms of a baseball analogy, if you're swinging for the fences, you're going to get a lot of strikeouts and you might accidentally run into one every once in a while. But if you're swinging for contact, you're going to be more efficient in what you're doing, and the big plays will happen if you can simply execute what you're supposed to execute.
All right, thank you again, Coach. We'll be back with more of your BTC Bank pregame when we come back in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Whether providing a service or selling a product, any successful business depends on its team. Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company has put together a team that takes care of thehr customers. From Tony the play caller, to Fred, Dylan, Tammy, and Marcy, the offensive specialist, to Suzette, the stats gal who keeps it all together in the office. You can depend on this team, whether you're buying or selling a home, farm, ranch, or hunting property. Wishing the best of luck to all area sports teams is the team from Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company, serving Northwest Missouri. Online at nelsonsoldit.com.
Albany Chiropractic Clinic offers multiple chiropractic techniques, therapeutic exercise programs, massage therapy, and nutrition consults to the Albany and surrounding area. Albany Chiropractic Clinic prides themselves in being more than effective pain relief. Call and schedule your appointment at Albany Chiropractic Clinic at 660-726-3322. That's 660-726-3322 to experience the difference today.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start more than 90 years ago. We understand the hard work that goes into building and sustaining your business, and that's why we offer customizable policies that protect everything you've worked hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves. Contact me today.
For details, stop by and talk to Agent David Smith at 116 South Smith Street in Albany, or at 303 North Park Street in Stanberry, or call 660-726-3536 today. Looking to sell some of your things? Give Rod Dollars, Leo Madison, or Leon Mester a call at Dollars and Mester Auction Service to set up an auction today. Call Rod at 660-254-2548 or 660-783-2548. Give Leon a call at 660-582-0258 or 660-726-3252, or give Leo a call at 660-868-0113. Check out their current auctions at showmemoreauctions.com.
And welcome back out to King City following the national anthem as well as the school fight song by the King City Band. We'll take a look at your Dollars and Messner Auction Service starting lineups. Remember that tonight's starting lineup is brought to you by Dollars and Messner Auction Service. Contact the winning team of Dollars and Messner Auction Service for all of your auction needs. Take a look at the starters tonight for King City. We'll start with their offense. At tight end will be Jacob Boone and Corbin Taylor. On the offensive line will be Cole Wells, Chase Moss, and Sawyer McAllen. Getting the start in the backfield underneath center will be Landon Wells. Fullback will be Brody Tunks, and the up back tonight will be Parker Muff. Take a look at the defense for the Warriors that will be trying to stop that King City Wildcat offense. On the defensive line will be Sawyer Cross, Devin Patton, Andrew Stevenson, and Ethan Mercer. Linebackers tonight will be Truman Runnels and Trice Floyd. Defensive backs will be Caden Hutchinson and Nate Doolittle. Take a look at the defense tonight for King City that has the task of trying to stop the Warrior offense. That really has come into its own since they've gone spread. On the defensive line will be Parker Muff, Dakota Wagner, Chase Moss, and Sawyer McAllen. Linebackers tonight will be Ty Mooney, Corbin Taylor, and Jacob Boone. And cornerback will be Holden Farmer. The starting offensive line tonight for the Warriors will be Kirby Stevens, Truman Runnels, and Devin Patton. At the tight end spots tonight will be Sawyer Cross and Caden Hutchinson. Doing the quarterbacking again tonight for the Warriors is going to be Kemper Klein. Fullback to lead off will be Ethan Mercer. The up back will be Trice Floyd as he moves again from that quarterback spot to running back, as again since Kemper Klein has joined the team as the starting quarterback, really the offense has started to open up. And taking a look at just how much that it has happened. Taking a look some of the things going on. Trice Floyd and Caden Hutchinson both in the top 30 in total yards per game for both team, and also total yards in 8-man football. Trice Floyd is 29th with Caden Hutchinson 30th. Floyd has 758 total yards, 126.3 per game. Caden Hutchinson right behind with 746 with 124.3 per game. However, going up against them tonight is Parker Muff. He currently sits in the top 5 in yardage with 116 total yards on the season, 230 per game. We also have quite a few people that are up in the total touchdowns in this game tonight. Parker Muff currently in the top 5 with 26 touchdowns on the season. Caden Hutchinson is 18th with 17 total touchdowns. Trice Floyd at 23rd with 15. And Kemper Klein, who again has just been playing for Oh, since about week number 4 of the season, he's got 14 touchdowns. He also sits in the top 25 in 8-man football. So it should be a high-scoring game tonight for what we figure. Again, it's another GRC game, so with the way that Albany has been playing of late, you have to expect it has to be a close game. We'll be back with more of your BTC Bank pregame when we come back in just a moment here on Albany TV.
As Mosaic continues to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic, they are committed to staying connected. Whether you need a routine checkup or to be seen for an illness, Mosaic has virtual options available. The highly trained nurses are also ready to help you when you need them via the 24/7 community nurse line. Plus, the My Mosaic portal website and app are available for messaging your care team and accessing health information. Please visit mymlc.com/stay connected to learn more. Now more than ever, Mosaic is here with you and here for you.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Burlington Junction, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They're prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you. Hogue Lumber Company in Albany is here to help you with all of your DIY projects. Whether you're doing a home remodel, some repair work, a painting job, or a plumbing job, Hogue Lumber Company's dedicated staff can help you get the materials that you need to do the job right. Hogue Lumber Company in Albany is your trusted hometown hardware store and lumber yard for more than 4 decades.
Welcome back out again here to King City for this matchup of two teams in the GRC 8. And it's King City coming in with a record of 4-3 on the season. Albany comes in with a record of 2-4. A couple of key opponents that these two teams have both faced. King City started out their season at North Andrew, lost 50-26, lost at Stanberry 44-20. And then won over Worth County, though, 50-44, and then won last week over at Schuyler County. Take a look at those same opponents that Albany faced. They played Stanberry, well, their first week, but actually week 2 of the season, by a loss by a score of 38-34. Then lost to Worth County at home, 56-54, and then won at Schuyler County, 52-14, and then lost last week to North Andrew, 50-46. So the differences in the scores, Brett, King City's been a little bit farther away, but they do have that win over Worth County. Albany has been real close in all 3 of the conference games that they played. Come back into a tough conference game tonight here against King City.
You got to keep in mind that Albany against Stanberry and Worth County, I believe, weren't going with the spread offense. So
yes,
I think we can both agree that those games probably would have been a little bit different if they would have been using that same offense from the start of the season.
And actually, I believe that Worth County game was the first time that they really kind of rolled it out there. They wanted to try and roll it out a little bit against Mound City, week number 3, but also during that week 4 game against Worth County and week 3 against Mound City, had a lot of people out due to either injuries or some quarantine issues or things like that. But that's something that every team has to go through this year. Nobody gets a COVID-free week, really. I said we've talked with the head coach of Albany and Doug Fountain multiple times this year, and he says, you know what, we just have to be happy to be playing this week. Next week is up in the air. We've already had one game canceled due to COVID. You just got to keep playing them like this could be the last game that you play. And for these seniors, if there is COVID, it could very well be their last game of the year.
Yeah, it's kind of a week-by-week thing. You don't really know what could happen. You play this week and you're looking towards next, and something happens and you're actually not playing, so you just got to come out each week like it could be your last game of the season.
I said, and not even just COVID. I mean, just an injury could derail a season very quickly. Take a look here again. Albany is going to be in Class 1 District 4 this year. They are currently sitting in fourth with 29.72 points. They'll pretty much stay in that spot. The only thing they could do is fall down as they sit at that 5 spot. And then for King City, they are actually Class 1 District 3. They also are currently sitting in that 5 spot with a record of 4-3, and they have a point total of 32.1. So we will see how both teams do. And again, tonight could come down to some district implications for both teams. We'll be back in just a moment for our Shoats kickoff in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Shoats Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Shoats has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champ's Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Shoats adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Shoats Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
Welcome back out again here to King City as we prepare for tonight's opening kickoff. So as we prepare for kickoff tonight's contest, don't forget to start your morning or trip with a stop at Shoats in Albany like I did on the way here. Stopped and had a double cheeseburger from Shoats, and don't forget to try their Champ's Chicken. My favorite is the Dipper Bowl.
Warriors will be number 3, Trice Floyd to receive.
So Albany will receive the opening kickoff. They'll be moving from right to left on your computer screen. King City will kick off. They will move from left to right. They'll wear their home yellow uniforms with purple lettering outlined in white. Albany will wear their road white uniforms with green lettering. King City wears the purple helmets. Albany wearing their white helmets. Parker Muff set to kick off from his own 30. Back kick is Trice Floyd. He'll be back inside his own 5-yard line to receive the opening kickoff. And it will be a deep kick here by Muff, and it will go into the end zone for a touchback. Albany will start up the football on their own 15-yard line.
Muff's kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. The Warriors will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 15-yard line.
So it'll be 1st and 15 here for the Warrior offense. Again, we'll take a look here at the Warrior offense. On the offensive line, it'll be Kirby Stevens, Truman Reynolds, and Devin Patton. At the tight end positions will be Sawyer Cross and Caden Hutchinson. Kemper Klein at quarterback. And at the running back positions will be Ethan Mercer and Trice Floyd. Defense tonight for King City on the line. Parker Muff, Dakota Wagner, Chase Moss, and Sawyer McCallan. Albany will go quickly into a shotgun formation. And it will be an option. And it will be optioned out to Mercer. He's got some room on the far side. He crosses the 40. He's going to be gone. And Ethan Mercer with a quick touchdown to start out the ball game.
Great start for the Warriors. It's exactly what they wanted.
The Warriors.
65 yards that time on the first carry of the game here for Ethan Mercer, and it's a quick touchdown here for the Warriors. 2-point conversion now upcoming. Again, the Warriors will go in the shotgun. Hutchinson will be lined up as the receiver to the left. It'll be a fake handoff to Mercer. Diving for the end zone and getting in is Kemper Klein. 8-0. Warriors have the lead. Remember, you can score a touchdown too when you list your home United Country Nelson real estate agent, Tammy Wynn Siddons. 8-0 Albany. Just 12 seconds into the ball game. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Stamper Hauling of Albany offers dedicated expedited deliveries to long haul and oversize, all while guaranteeing on-the-time delivery. Stamper Hauling guarantees their experience in the trucking field will exceed your company's expectations. Stephen Stamper of Stamper Hauling features 19 years of CDL commercial driving experience. Contact Stephen at 816-244-3196 for your company's next hauling job. Stamper Hauling, a family-owned business located in Northwest Missouri.
Welcome back out again here to King City as Albany scores within the first 12 seconds off a 65-yard touchdown run by Ethan Mercer. It appears that
Kicking for the Warriors will be number
Parker
3,
Muff
Floyd.
will be back, as well as looks to be Landon Wells. It'll be a short kick, and they're going to call a flag here on the kickoff by Trice Floyd's. It'll be an offside against the Warriors. Remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536. So instead of kicking from their own 30, they'll have to kick from their own 25. So again, Trice Floyd will kick off. They tried to go for a little squib kick last time. We'll see if they kick it deep here now. And it will be kind of squibbed out a little bit as it will bounce inside the 5-yard line. Parker Muff will muff it, picks it up at his own 5, and he will be taken down right about the 15-yard line. They're in on the tackle for the Warriors.
Return by number
was
3,
Ian Campbell.
15-yard line. Brought down by number 85, Burke for the Warriors. Wildcats will have the ball first and 10.
So
from
Ian
their own
Campbell
15.
there with the stop. Gives King City with the football here. A first and 10 from their 15. Take a look at the starting offense here for King City on the line. Cole Wells, Chase Moss, Sawyer McCallan. They'll line up 2 wide receivers to the right with Landon Wells in the shotgun. Parker Muff to his right. Muff will now be in motion to the outside. Here comes pressure. Throwing it deep, and it will be incomplete, but a penalty flag will fly in the defensive backfield. Looking there for Jacob Boone. And I believe this is going to be a defensive pass interference here against Trice Floyd.
Yeah, Floyd got there a little bit early.
Remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536. So the 15-yard defensive pass interference penalty will give him right about the same spot where Floyd made the contact with Boone at the King City 30. Wind up wide to the outside is going to be Zeke Fisher along with Corbin Taylor. Now Taylor will be in motion this time. Handoff will go to Parker Muff. He's got the middle, and Parker Muff is off to the races. He's got the 20, 10, and he will make his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
2 quick touchdowns for both teams. It looks like the prediction of a high-scoring game might just come true.
It's a 50-yard touchdown run by Parker Muff to make it 6-0. Remember, or 8-6. Remember, you can score a touchdown too when you list your home United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn Siddons. As we're not even, we're just 31 seconds in the ball game, and we've got 2 scores already. We thought next week's game would be a game that a lot of time wouldn't run off the clock due to passing between Albany and Pattonsburg, but this one's going to be just as bad as a botch snap is fall on there by Landon Wells. 2-point conversion, no good. Albany still holds a 2-point lead, 8-6. We'll be back with the kickoff when we come back in just a moment here on Albany TV.
In our friendly small town of Albany, Missouri, we have community-minded businesses, great places to eat and shop, a historic Carnegie Public Library, community center, pool, 9-hole golf course, multiple places to worship, and a strong school system. Albany is the seat of Gentry County, located off Highway 136 in the heart of northwest Missouri. Albany is a fun place to visit, but an even better place to live, where we have small town roots with a big town feel.
Welcome back out again here to King City. It's an 8-6 Albany lead. Parker Muff set to kick off again here. We're just 31 seconds into the ball game. It's 8-6 Albany. And all it's really taken,
Number 3, Floyd, kicking for the Wildcats. Number 3, Muff.
really just 2 offensive snaps by both teams. I said King City really took 2 of them, but that was, they got a penalty on the first one. Next one was a 50-yard run by Muff. We'll see how Muff kicks it off here from his own 30-yard line. It'll be kicked deep. Trice Floyd will catch it about his own 7-yard line. He'll cut up the middle. He has a little bit of room as he tries to cut outside. Now he's across the 35. He'll be taken down at midfield. And good starting field position tonight here for the Warriors as Ron Pullman there in on the stop.
Floyd brought down by number 24.
Floyd just got caught from behind. If he would have got away from the tackler, he would have been gone. But just barely got tackled down from behind.
We'll take a look at the starting defense here for King City. We weren't able to bring it fully to you last time as, again, Albany will go shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, and Hutchinson and Floyd. Linebackers will be Ty Mooney, Corbin Taylor, and Jacob Boone. Cornerback is going to be Holden Farmer. In motion there was Floyd, looking deep for Hutchinson. Goes up and just thrown over just a little too far there by Kemper Klein.
Pass intended to number 10, Hutchinson. Falls incomplete.
And that's one of the things that Warrior offense can do. They are so good at the quick hitters. Right now, all really Kemper Klein has to do is throw it up, and usually Caden Hutchinson runs right underneath it and catches it. He's in the top 10 in receiving yards and touchdowns this season, but he's only got about 16 or 18 catches so far on the season.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to out-throw Hutchinson, but Kemper Klein just got it out of his reach the last play.
And this will be a little screen over to Hutchinson. It will fall incomplete as King City was ready for it. As was broken up there by Bryce Metzger.
Floyd's broken up by 24 Farmer for the Wildcats. Brings up 3rd and 10.
So it'll bring up now a 3rd and 10 here for the Warriors from midfield after the nice run back on the kickoff by Trice Floyd. Again, Hutchinson and Floyd will set up wide to the right, Doolittle wide to the left. Mercer in the backfield along with Klein. Again, it's going to be the option play that Mercer was able to score on last time. This time, he lowers his shoulder and picks up about 6 yards, brings up now a 4th and 4.
Mercer brought down by number 77, McCallan.
As Sawyer McCallan there in on the stop that time.
For the Warriors.
For King City, again, it was Ethan Mercer really just kind of lowered his shoulder and gave Corbin Taylor a little shot backwards and then was thrown down by Sawyer McCallan. So 4th and 4 upcoming here from the King City 34. Davis now in as the wide out to the left. The snap. Looking and has Trice Floyd on the little slant route, but not able to bring it in. It'll be a turnover on downs, and King City will start out with good field position at their own 34.
Ball hit Floyd in the hands, but it was just a little bit behind him. When you're running one way and you got to turn around to catch the ball, it makes it a lot harder to make the grab.
And I'm sure, though, Trice would tell you that's a ball he should catch.
Oh, yeah.
But, again, it was thrown just a little bit behind him. But if he would have caught it, he had some room and could have turned it upfield there pretty quickly. So it'll be a 1st and 10 here for King City from their own 34-yard line. Again, shotgun formation, 2 receivers out wide to the left. It'll be Parker Muff in the backfield along with Landon Wells. In motion here is going to be Corbin Taylor. Taylor will take the handoff. He'll try and cut it back up, and he'll spin almost out of the tackle there by Caden Hutchinson, but he'll fall forward and he'll pick up about 9 yards there on the carry. It'll bring up a 2nd and 1.
Number 10, Hutchinson for the Warriors brings up 2nd and 1.
So 2nd and 1 now upcoming here for King City.
Timeout.
But a quick timeout going to be called here by the Warriors. We're back after this Petty John Auto Center timeout here on Albany TV.
The Albany Booster Club is a group of supporters who come together to make a better experience for the students. They try to help the students in any way possible, whether it be on the court, on the mat, on the field, on the track, on the stage, or in the classroom. The Albany Booster Club, longtime supporters of the Albany R3 School District, joining together for the better of the Albany students.
Looking for a new or used vehicle? Petty John Auto Center in Bethany and Albany has got you covered. Petty John's makes buying your next vehicle transparent, simple, and easy. We have no hidden fees and upfront pricing on every vehicle in stock at pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Welcome back out again here to King City as we get set here for a 2nd and 1 play as King City now back in, takes their first snap in Albany territory. It'll be taken from the Albany 37-yard line. Shotgun formation. Wells will get the snap, looking to pass. Here comes pressure, and he will go down in the backfield. First Warrior there was Ethan Mercer. And remember, that is your first Hy-Vee sack. Fill your grocery sack with all your tailgating favorites at your tailgate headquarters, your local Albany Hy-Vee. And that will bring him all the way back to the King City 35-yard line. So a loss there of 8 on the big sack by Ethan Mercer. He had a couple of sacks a couple weeks ago over at Schuyler County. So a 3rd and 9 upcoming. 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver alone to the right. Is going to be Brody Tunks. Again, here comes pressure, and again, pressure up the middle there from Mercer as the pass is going to fall incomplete. Looking there for Holden Farmer, and it'll bring up now a 4th and 9.
Pass intended for number 24. Farmer falls incomplete. Coverage on the play by number 11, Doolittle. Brings up 4th and 9.
And it looks like King City going to go to a punt formation. Remember, don't fumble the punt on your future retirement. Contact David Smith with Prudential Financial Services, 660-726-3322. And again, the Warriors are going to jump offside. That little hard count really has gotten the Warriors every single time this year. And remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance Agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536. So it'll be a 4th and 4 upcoming from midfield. And now Landon Wells will come back out, and the punting unit will go back off. So again, 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Receiver to the right alone is going to be Brody Tunks. Muff will be just to the left of Wells. Here again is the pass, looking, and they get it to Taylor, and he looks like he's going to have enough for a 1st down as he gets it across to the Warrior 35-yard line.
Good for a Wildcat. Gives the Wildcats 1st and 10 just inside.
So 1st and 10 here for King City. Taylor needed 4 yards. They able to get 5 as Trice Floyd is there and on the stop. This time, Tunks and Taylor will be to the right. Muff will be behind Wells. Expect a handoff here. Taylor in motion. Handoff. Looking to go to Wells, and it's a botched handoff, and it's going to be recovered by the Warriors. And there with the recovery is going to be Devin Patton at midfield.
King City was going for some sort of misdirection there, and that's good if you can run it right, but whenever you make a bad pitch or whatever, that really can be costly, and that's exactly what happened for King City.
I said it looked like it was Muff who was expecting it, but it was just kind of there just a little bit late and wasn't able to get a handle on it. So for the 2nd consecutive drive, the Warriors will start at midfield. Here comes the snap. Handoff will go to Mercer. And it looks like he'll lose the football, and he's going to give it right back here to King City as Parker Muff there with the recovery.
By the Wildcats. Number 3, Muff gets the ball. The Wildcats will have it 1st and 10.
So after Albany gets the big fumble, they give it right back on the next play here to King City. They'll start out with the football on their own 38-yard line after Parker Muff recovers the fumble. Again, pistol formation here, and again, another timeout going to be called here by the Warriors. Another Petty John Auto Center timeout. Remember to check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
The King City School District is proud to support their students, athletes, coaches, teachers, and staff at the King City School. King City School District understands that the teamwork that is built out on the playing surfaces will help their students succeed in the future. Proud supporter of all King City Wildcats is the King City School District. And the King City School District wants to say, go Wildcats!
So after the fumble by King City, Albany fumbles on the next play. Now King City has a 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Looks like going underneath center this time will be Wells in the I formation. Handoff will go to Muff, and he looks like he's going to be hit after picking up about 2 yards there on the play.
By number 3, Muff picks
Momentum
up
stopped there at midfield.
About the 40-yard line where it'll be 2nd and 8.
So to bring up a 2nd and 8 as the entire offensive or defensive line there for the Warriors was there and on the stop.
He's going to pitch it out to Parker Muff, and he gets a solid gain. He's pushed out of bounds.
So it looked like Hutchinson there was able to push him out after about a 6-yard gain, just out to the 34-yard line, brings up a 3rd and 2.
With the ball at the 34-yard line.
So a 3rd and 2 upcoming here from the Warrior 34. Again, I formation. Wells underneath center. And this time they're going to hand it off to the fullback in Brody Tunks, and he'll be picked up after maybe picking up just short yardage there. It'll be about a 4th and 2 as he picks up maybe at the most about a half a yard on the play.
Brought down by number 84, Cross for the Warriors.
Sawyer Cross there on the stop here for the Warriors. Brings up a 4th and 2 from, again, the Warrior 34-yard line. Again, King City will set up in the I formation. Again, King City trying to get the Warriors to jump off sides. They've done it once already, but this time it's a botch snap. The ball's on the ground. It's going to be picked up by Ethan Mercer as Mercer comes away with the fumble recovery this time, and he'll have it at the King City 35-yard line.
It's 3 straight fumbles for both teams. I can guarantee, 3 straight drives with a fumble. I can guarantee both sidelines, their coaches are preaching to them, hold on to the football.
And really for King City, it's been a botch snap, a botch handoff. The one for Albany was really just kind of got knocked out of Ethan Mercer's hands. Well, he comes through with a big fumble recovery on 4th down there to kind of get back in the best graces as Trice Floyd gets the handoff, and he'll be taken down after he gets out at the line of scrimmage as I take that back. Brody Tunks there on the stop.
Brought down by number 3, Muff.
Oh, I take that back. It was Parker Muff there on the stop.
2nd and 10 from the 35.
So it brings up a 2nd and 10 here for the Warriors from the King City Wildcat 35-yard line. Hutchinson will line up wide to the right. Here comes the snap here to Kemper Klein, the shotgun. That's going to be a quick little out there to Floyd, and again it just goes right off his hands, incomplete. And that'll bring up now a 3rd and 10. A couple of times so far tonight that Trice Floyd has not been able to bring in the pass. And with 6:54 still left to play here in the first quarter, it's an 8-6 Albany lead. Albany with the football with a 3rd and 10. Their next snap coming from the King City 35-yard line. This is one of the times where Warriors like to send out Floyd and Hutchinson to the same side. That's exactly what they'll do. Doolittle out wide by himself to the left. In motion now is going to be Mercer. Now they'll try and get out to Mercer. It's going to be a low one. He'll catch it and drop it, and it's going to be recovered here by King City. We'll see if they're going to call it incomplete. No, it is going to be a turnover as a backward pass is going to be recovered here by King City as Parker Muff again comes away with the fumble recovery. So 4 straight possessions end in a fumble. And after both teams started out with really their first offensive play as touchdowns, both teams have not been able to do much since. Albany turned the ball over on downs. King City then started the fumbling. And then on their next 2 drives, they each fumbled. 6:49, 8-6, Albany with the lead. Shotgun formation. And a penalty will fly as the snap is taken here at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be encroachment against the defense.
The Warriors.
Remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536. So again, another encroachment penalty against the Warriors. They've already now had 3 penalties for 25 yards as the handoff goes to Muff. He's going to break loose. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is going to be pushed out of bounds. They're actually going to say he stepped out at the 10-yard line. It is still a gain, though, of 25 yards, enough for another King City first down. So Parker Muff getting some good carries here tonight after the Warriors were able to kind of hold the North Andrew Cardinal rushers last week. Parker Muff already up over 80 yards on just 5 carries. On just 4 carries so far. Shotgun formation. Landon Wells will take the snap from his own 10-yard line. His team trailing 8-6 in the first quarter. And it is going to be a handoff to Parker Muff, and he is going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. As they're in on the stop is Kirby Stevens.
Back to the line of scrimmage. Tack on a play by number 64, Stevens for the Warriors.
6:20 still left to play here in the first quarter. Warriors have a 2-point lead, but King City threatening down in the 10-yard line. Next snap will come here from about the just on the shadows of the King City 10. Again, Wells looking to pass. Here comes pressure, looking for the end zone. Incomplete. As that time they were looking for Brody Tunks.
Fisher falls incomplete, brings up 3rd and goal for the Wildcats.
So 3rd and goal here from the 10-yard line. 6:01 still left to play in the first quarter. We're just about halfway through the first quarter. And already we're on our 8th possession of the night. So again, taking the snap here is Wells. Here again comes pressure from the Warriors looking for the end zone and incomplete. At time looking for Corbin Taylor. So they'll bring up now a 4th and goal from the 10-yard line.
Coverage on the play by number 3, Floyd.
Warriors on those last 2 plays did a good job of pressuring the QB.
Brings up 4th and goal.
When you pressure the QB, it forces him to make a play, and it gets a lot tougher for him to make a good throw.
And you really want him to roll out to the right. Usually you don't want the quarterback to roll out to the right, but with a left-handed quarterback like Wells, you want him to try and throw across his body as much as possible. So again, pistol formation. Wells with Parker up behind him. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Muffled motion out to the right. Here comes the snap, and a penalty flag will fly here at the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be a false start called against the offense. That'll be the first penalty called here against King City so far. They'll bring up a 1st and goal or a 4th and goal now from the 15. Remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536. So now they'll go trips bunch to the right with Landon Wells alone in the backfield. Here's the snap, pressure, and quickly having to get it off, looking and knocked out of the hands. That time of Jacob Boone by Caden Hutchinson. And that will bring another turnover on downs.
Turn the ball over on downs, giving the Warriors 1st
and that will give the Warriors a 1st and 10 from their own 16. So again, both teams started out on fire with a 65-yard touchdown run by Mercer and then a 50-yard touchdown run by Muff. Since then, they haven't really been able to get anything going. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. In motion is going to be Trice Floyd. Handoff will go to Ethan Mercer. He's got room. He's all alone in the middle of the field. He crosses midfield to 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Another touchdown for Ethan Mercer. This time 64 yards.
Good job by the O-line. Mercer went right up the middle and was not even touched as he ran all the way across the field for a touchdown.
64-yard touchdown run as he already has a 65-yarder. Makes it now a 14-6 Albany lead with 5:38 still left to play here in this first quarter. Going for the 2-point conversion now are the Warriors. Here's the snap decline. Looking to pass. Looking for Hutchinson. Pass falls incomplete. 2-point conversion, no good. It's a 14-6 Warrior lead. 5:39 still left to play in the first. Remember, you can score a touchdown too when you list your home United Country Nelson real estate agent, Tammy Wynn Siddons. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Hello, I'm Dustin Freeman, Superintendent of the Albany R3 School District. At Albany, our staff is focused on helping students excel in academics, athletics, music, business, technology, art, and agriculture. We strive to help young minds prepare for life and become successful in whatever endeavor they choose. The Albany R3 School District is a tribe of parents, teachers, students, and community members working together so students don't just chase their dreams, but live them.
Welcome back out again here to King City. It's now a 14-6 lead here for the Warriors over King City. Trice Floyd set to kick off. Back again to receive the kick are going to be Taylor and Muff. They'll both be back inside their own 15, back at about their own 11. 5:38 still left to play here in this fourth quarter. And this one is going to be a little pooch kick that is going to be picked up about the 25. And brought out across all the way to midfield. As trying to figure out who exactly returned it. It was Taylor.
18, Mooney.
Or actually, I take that back. It was Ty Mooney
Tackle on a play by number 10.
that is able to
Hutchinson.
return it out to
Ball
midfield.
catch
So
will have
King
the ball
City
First and 10.
will start out at midfield. They started midfield last drive as well before they turned the ball over on downs on a 4th and goal from the Warriors 16. I formation again here for the Wildcats. Landon Wells underneath center. And it'll be a pitch out to Parker Muff here on the near side. He'll get wrapped up and get taken down for, looks like they're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, but Ethan Mercer was there to try and stop him as much as possible.
Play by number 21, Mercer, brings up 2nd and 10.
You kind of almost want to think Mercer on that hit was basically telling Muff, I might have scored on a 64-yarder. You're not going to break another 41 to match me.
Yeah, it definitely looked like Mercer brought something a little bit extra on that.
As they'll start the clock here. They have not started it yet with 5:36. Well, actually, we have a problem with the scoreboard now. So we'll wait and see. But again, it is a 14-6 lead here for the Warriors. I said the officials can start the times here, so we can keep it going. Even without the scoreboard, it'll just be harder for us to tell you how much time is left in the ball game. I formation again. Wells will hand this one off to Parker Muff. Again, he'll pick up short yardage there on the play, maybe a gain of 1.
Carry by number 3,
as
Muff
Sawyer
picks up
Cross
the
and
play.
Trice Floyd both there on the
Down
stop.
number 84, Cross, brings up 3rd and 8.
So a 3rd and 8 now upcoming here. Actually, they're going to give him 2 yards there on the carry. Makes a 3rd and 8 here now for Parker Muff and the King City Wildcats. Wells again will take the snap from underneath center in the I formation. Wells looking to pass. Rolls out to the left. Looking deep downfield. And there in coverage was Trice Floyd. As they were looking there again for Corbin Taylor. But the pass will fall incomplete. Brings up now a 4th and long.
Number 16, Taylor.
A 4th and 8 here from the Warrior 38.
3, Floyd, brings up 4th and 8 for the Wildcats.
So 4th and 8 upcoming here from the King City, or from the Albany 38. And looks like King City will keep out their regular offense. Warriors need to watch out and check for the hard count here. This time looking to pass. Wells, here comes pressure up off the side. Looking and pass incomplete. Looking for Zeke Fisher. He goes up, but it goes through his hands. Incomplete. Turnover on downs. And the Warriors will again have good field position starting on their own 38-yard line.
Pass falls incomplete. The Wildcats turn the ball over on downs. Warriors will have it 1st and 10 from their own 38.
And the Warriors have a shot here to extend their lead. They kind of need to take advantage of it.
They're leading 14-6 here. This time they will have Nate Doolittle and Trice Floyd out wide to the left. Hutchinson alone wide to the right. Here comes the snap. So far it's been Ethan Mercer with 2 big runs. This time looking for Nate Doolittle. Pass thrown a little short and complete a little curl route. There in on the coverage was Ty Mooney.
Doolittle falls incomplete. Coverage on a play by number 18, Mooney, brings up 2nd and 10.
So a 2nd and 10 now here for the Warriors. Again, they lead here 14-6 in the first quarter. Don't really know how much time is left here in the quarter with the scoreboard being off at the moment. So again, Hutchinson and Floyd out wide to the right. Alone out wide to the left is Doolittle. This time again on the option, out to Mercer on the far sideline. Tries to cut it back in at the 35, but he will be tripped up, and that is exactly where they'll mark him down.
Carry by number 21,
after a gain there of about 7 yards. And it will be a 3rd and long 3.
That option that the Warriors run seems to work pretty well. It seems like they get about 5 to 10 yards every time they do it.
So far, it's been Ethan Mercer that has given the Warriors the lead here. Snap, looking to pass, looking for Hutchinson. He has to wait on it. He's able to catch it, brings it down inside the 5-yard line, down to the 1. So past that time of about 34 yards.
Warriors will have the ball 1st and goal.
It'll be a 1st and goal now here for the Warriors as the first catch made of the night there by Caden Hutchinson and the first pass completion of the night. by the quarterback, Kemper Klein. I formation this time. Tries Floyd as the up back. He'll get the pitch out to the right. He'll make his way in as he'll sneak it in from 1 yard away.
Touchdown,
And the Warriors now
number 3,
have a
Floyd.
20-6 lead after the 1 yard touchdown run by Floyd. So again, going for the 2-point conversion here are the Warriors. They now lead 20-6, trying to move that up to 22-6. We talked with the head coach of the Warriors and Doug Fountain in pregame about trying to convert on 2-point conversions. Mitch botched play there, but Kemper Klein will keep it, reaches for the end zone. He gets in, 2-point conversion. 22-6, the Warriors have the lead in the first quarter. Remember, you can score a touchdown too when you list your home with United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn-Siddons. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany is your hometown trophy and award shop. Winner's Circle North makes all kinds of trophies for sports, car shows, livestock shows, baby shows, and more. Winner's Circle North also does plaques of all sizes and kinds. Want something unique? Winner's Circle North has you covered with sublimation gifts and acrylic awards. To order your trophies, awards, or one-of-a-kind items, call Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North at 816-632-5599 or find them on Facebook at Winner's Circle North.
Welcome back out again here to King City. It is now a 22-6 lead here for the Warriors in the first quarter. Tries Floyd is set to kick off here from the 30-yard line. Again, Muff is back along with Taylor. 3:50 left to play here in the first quarter as they get the scoreboard back up and running, but it is a 22-6 lead now. So again, Floyd set to kick off. His last ones have kind of been a little pooch kicks that gone to the second line. This one going to make it to the first line, and it will be recovered. As there with the recovery is Jacob Boone, and it will be a 1st and 10 from their own line. You might be asking yourself, why are they not kicking it deep? Well, last week, Parker Muff returned 2 kickoffs for touchdowns. That could be one reason. He's already dangerous enough whenever he's in the backfield. Really don't want to be that dangerous on kickoffs as well. 2:47 still left to play here in the first quarter. It's a 22-6 Albany lead. Pistol formation. Wells will take the snap, and he'll hand it off to Parker Muff. He'll have enough for a first down as he takes it close to the Warrior 30, and that's exactly where they'll mark him down. It will be a gain of 13 yards there on the carry by Parker Muff.
Tackle on a play led by number 10, Hutchinson.
As Hutchinson was there on the stop for the Warriors. So a 1st and 10 upcoming here from the Warrior 30-yard line. 2 receivers out wide to the left, pistol formation. And here comes the snap, and it'll be kept here by Wells. And he is not able to hurdle the defender as he's pushed out of bounds right at about the line of scrimmage. As no yardage there on the play for Landon Wells.
Carry by number 14, Wells, gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And I'm sure if you're Micah Breckenridge, the head coach of the Wildcats, watching your quarterback who's already been out most of the season with a broken collarbone, trying to hurdle the defender at the line of scrimmage is not something you want to see.
Yeah, his heart might have skipped a beat there, seeing him jump in the air.
This time Parker Muff gets the handoff up the middle. He'll pick up 2 yards there on the play. As they're in on the stop, again, is going to be Kirby Stevens, brings up a 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd down for the Wildcats.
9 carries already so far in the game here for Parker Muff, as he's just shy of about 100 yards rushing. Here's the snap. Wells looking to pass, and it's going to be thrown just out of the reach of the intended receiver, Zeke Fisher. And it'll bring up a 4th and 8.
Number 1, Fisher falls in.
Fisher was open. It was just the throw was a little bit too far out of his reach.
And you have to wonder how much of that is still rust. Again, so far since coming back about 2 or 3 weeks ago, Landon Wells has not played a full game and has not really had to pass it that much. As again, he'll look to pass here on a 4th and 8. looking down the field, and it's going to be intercepted by Trice Floyd. Floyd comes away with the interception, and he'll take it down to the Warrior 22. Again, looking for Zeke Fisher.
By number 3, Floyd. Brought down at about the 22-yard line where the Warriors will have it 1st and 10.
So Albany will have a 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Again, it's a 22-6 Warrior lead. 1:30 still left to play here in the first quarter. A long first quarter here. Already about 36 minutes old. In motion is Mercer. He'll motion out to the left. Klein looking downfield, rolls out to the right, and almost intercepted that time by Holden Farmer looking for Trice Floyd, but the pass will fall incomplete.
Good play by Floyd. It looked like he was about to pick it off, but Floyd got his hand in there and kind of batted it down. Good heads-up play by Floyd.
So to bring up a 2nd and 10 here for the Warriors from their own 22-yard line. Again, they lead here by 2 touchdowns, 22-6. Hutchinson and Floyd will line up wide to the right. Wide to the left will be Porter Davis. Pistol formation with Ethan Mercer right behind Klein. In motion this time is going to be Hutchinson as he'll take the wide receiver reverse. Is able to stiff arm one defender and lower his shoulder. Gets across the 25-yard line. And we'll see exactly where they mark him out. Looks to be about the 27. As he'll pick up about 5 yards on the play. Brings up about a 3rd and 5.
Gets to about the 27-yard line.
And now it looks like we have a King City Wildcat down on the field, down about the 30-yard line. Not certain exactly who is out down on the field, laying on his back. We will be right back with a quick Pettyjohn Auto Center timeout. Warriors lead 22-6 with 1:12 left to play here in the first quarter. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
The Printery in Albany can do all of your printing. They do business cards, envelopes, brochures, books, calendars, posters, magnetic signs, banners, and everything in between. Come visit Perry and Susan at the Printery in Albany, where they have your printing covered. Call the Printery today at 660-726-5234. That's 660-726-5234 for fair and honest pricing, because to us, your family.
Corbin Taylor was the injured Wildcat. He gets up and walks off the field. A pass here quickly to Trice Floyd is going to lose yardage. Back to the 25-yard line. A loss of 2 brings up a 4th and about 7.
Pass complete to number 3, Floyd's tackle for loss by number 4, Boone for the Wildcats.
Boone there and must stop that time for King City. So it's a 4th and 7 here from the Warrior 25-yard line. We'll see if the Warriors will elect a punt here. On a 4th and long, looks like they will get into punt formation. Remember, don't fumble the punt on your future retirement. Contact David Smith with Prudential Financial Services, 660-726-3322. Floyd will take the snap and will punt this one away. And it will bounce across the 40 out of bounds here on the near sideline at the King City 33-yard line.
Punt kind of tipped at the line, rolls out of bounds at about the 33-yard line, where the Wildcats will have it first.
So as you hear the public address announcer here from King City, it did kind of look like that ball got tipped. Either that or Floyd just didn't get all of it as it kind of wobbled off his foot and goes out of bounds at the King City 33. I formation now here for King City as they set up with a 1st and 10. The handoff will go to Parker Muff. He will make it out to the 35-yard line, a gain there of 2 on the play. As Devin Patton there on the stop, along with, looks like Kirby Stevens.
Brought down by number 84, Cross. Brings up 2nd and 8.
So with the 2nd and 8 upcoming from the King City 35. Wildcats again in the I formation. Again, they'll hand it to the up back, and Muff, as the quarter ends, he will rush it across midfield. Has enough for a 1st down all the way out to the Warrior 35-yard line. It'll be a 10-yard pickup for another Wildcat 1st down, and that will end the first quarter. Warriors lead 22-6. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Whether providing a service or selling a product, any successful business depends on its team. Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company has put together a team that takes care of their customers. From Tony the play caller, to Fred, Dylan, Tammy, and Marcy, the offensive specialist, to Suzette, the stats gal who keeps it all together in the office. You can depend on this team, whether you're buying or selling a home, farm, ranch, or hunting property. Wishing the best of luck to all area sports teams is the team from Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company, serving Northwest Missouri. Online at nelsonsoldit.com.
Show your school spirit with the BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC.
Community minded, just like you. BTC Bank.
First play of the second quarter here by King City, starting with a 1st and 10. It'll be handoff to Muff, and he will bounce off of a couple of tacklers. He'll get to the outside, now tries to cut it back inside, and he will make his way into the end zone for a touchdown. First play of the second quarter, a 35-yard touchdown run by Parker Muff, and he now makes it a 22-12 football game.
Flag on the play.
But a flag down about the 12-yard line.
That's a block in the back.
And that will
penalty from the spot.
negate the penalty, or negate the 35-yard touchdown run.
First down. Gives the Wildcats 1st and 10 to 22-yard line.
10-yard penalty here. We'll make it a 1st and 10 here from the King City 22. Remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536. Handoff again will go to Muff. This time he won't be able to break it to the outside as he'll be taken down a yard short of the line of scrimmage. As there and on the stop was
brought down by number 64, Stevens,
Kirby Stevens there and on the stop.
Loss of a yard on a play brings up second.
So it'll bring up a 2nd and 11 now. Next snap upcoming. It's going to be a handoff this time to Brody Tunks. He'll try and go outside. He'll lose the football, but it'll fall out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And again, it'll be enough for another King City first down, but almost a big turnover.
Tackle on play by number.
So a 18-yard run that time
goal from the 5
by Brody Tunks. Again, Caden Hutchinson was there. It stripped the ball, but it falls out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And it'll bring up a 1st and goal. I formation. Here comes the handoff. And already in the backfield were 3 Warriors before Parker Muff could even get the handoff. First one there is going to be Kirby Stevens for a loss of 2 on the carry.
Tackle for a loss at the 7-yard line, where it brings up 2nd goal.
So the 7th play of the drive upcoming, and it's a 2nd and goal here from the Warriors 70-yard line. I formation. 22-6 Warriors lead, 10:44 left to play here in the second quarter. Here comes a pass from Wells. Here comes pressure, looking for the end zone. And it is going to be caught, but he is going to be out of bounds. As there with the catch was Jacob Boone, but the officials will say he's out of bounds and pass will be incomplete.
Number 4, Boone's caught, but must have been just barely out of bounds. Brings up 3rd and goal from the 7.
So a 3rd and goal here for King City, again from the Warriors 7-yard line. Zeke Fisher will check back in at wideout, along with Corbin Taylor out to the right. Lined up at tight end is going to be Jacob Boone. Here comes the snap. Handoff will go to Muff. No, it'll be kept here by Landon Wells. He's still on his feet as he'll make forward progress out to the 3-yard line. A gain of 4 brings up a 3rd and goal here from the, or sorry, a 4th and goal from the 3-yard line.
By number 14, Wells gets to about the 3-yard line, where it brings up 4th and goal.
First positive yardage there on the night on the ground there for Landon Wells. And a timeout will be called here by King City. It's a 22-6 Warrior lead, 10:14 left to play in the second. We're back with just a moment after this Petty John Auto Center timeout. Remember to check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online, pettyjohnauto.com.
Have you looked at Pettyjohn Auto Center lately? We're a full-service Ford, Lincoln, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Chevrolet, and GMC dealer. And we're located right here in Bethany and Albany. No matter what you need when it comes to your vehicle, we've got you covered. Factory-certified technicians, OEM and aftermarket parts, and our state-of-the-art body shop, Pettyjohn Collision Center. Plus, vehicle financing options for every budget. So the next time you need anything related to your car, truck, SUV, or van, we're here to help. To schedule service or shop our entire new and used inventory online, visit pettyjohnauto.com. That's pettyjohnauto.com.
Welcome back out again here to King City, 22-6, 10-14 left to play. It's a 4th and goal upcoming from the Albany 3-yard line. King City will huddle up after the Pettyjohn Auto Center timeout. One of the big things is, again, don't jump the snap here if you're the Warriors, because if you do, you give King City basically 4 more downs inside the 2-yard line. Here's the snap, looking to pass. On the curl and getting it, and for the touchdown is going to be Corbin Taylor. Taylor scores, but it looks like a penalty flag down on the far sideline at the line of scrimmage. And this one could be coming back here. Remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536. Looks like it will be coming back here against the Wildcats. But again, as it stands right now, it's a 3-yard touchdown pass from Landon Wells to Corbin Taylor. Officials having a long meeting there at the 3-yard line.
If this is a penalty on King City, that'd be 2 penalties on this drive alone where they've scored a touchdown, but it's been called back.
The last one was Parker Muff running in from 35 yards away. A block at the back negated that and put him back inside the 20-yard line. And it's hard to really tell because even if the 2-point conversion will also be at the 3, but it looks like they are going to mark him back. And it looks like it's going to be a hold against the defense. And it will be a 4th and goal from the Warrior 13-yard line. A 10-yard penalty. Again, negates a touchdown here for the Wildcats.
This 4th and goal just became a lot tougher for King City with the 10-yard penalty.
2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Shotgun formation as Landon Wells. Here comes the pressure from the Warriors. Wells looking down the middle of the field, and it's intercepted here by Hutchinson. He's got the football. He's going to run it out. He's across the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's across midfield now. He'll cut it back in. And Caden Hutchinson is going to have an 80-yard interception return for touchdown.
What a play by Hutchinson to get the pick and go all the way across the field.
Number 10, Hutchinson returns it for a Warrior touchdown.
Caden Hutchinson caught that interception in the end zone. And I'm sure if you would have asked Coach Doug Fountain before the game, you immediately fall to the ground. You take the touchback. You don't try and run that out. He, however, comes back and has an 80-yard touchdown interception return. And now the 2-point conversion. Klein will option this one out to Mercer. Gets in for the 2-point conversion. It's a 30-6 Albany lead, 9:50 left to play here in the second quarter. Remember, you can score a touchdown too when you learn from United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn-Siddons. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant at Albany has it all. Papa's is family friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
So after the 80-yard interception return for a touchdown by Trice Floyd, and really it's actually about an 82 to 83 yard because he caught it a couple yards deep in the end zone, but the most that they'll mark it down is an 80 yard. So the longest interception return he could have, and now Caden Hutchinson leads 8-man football interception so far this season. He was tied for first coming into tonight. With that one, we'll give him the lead. Little pooch kick that is going to be recovered here by Carter Mooney. And he is going to take it just shy of midfield down to the Warrior 39-yard line.
At the 39-yard line where the Wildcats will have the ball, 1st and 10.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 here for King City from the Warrior, or from their own 39-yard line here. Warriors lead this one 30-6 with about 9:30 left to play here in the first quarter. I formation again. Landon Wells will take the snap. Handoff will go to Parker Muff. He'll fight for yardage as he crosses midfield. He'll be taken down after about a 5-yard gain down to the Warrior 36.
Carry by number 3, Muff.
They're in on the stop, included Andrew Stevenson.
Gets to the Warriors' 36-yard line. Brought down by number 3, Floyd.
So it'll be a 2nd and 5 upcoming here for King City from the Warrior 36. I said, now how big are those 2 penalties against King City on the last drive that both negated touchdowns, as this time Muff will take it across the 35-yard line, be taken down at the 33, as Trice Floyd is there on the stop. A gain of 3 yards brings up now a 3rd and 2. Because again, King City scored 2 touchdowns on that last drive. A touchdown run by Parker Muff and then a touchdown pass to Brody Tunks that were both negated by penalties. And then on a 4th and goal from the 13, it was an 80-yard touchdown interception return by Caden Hutchinson. That really gives the Warriors momentum. This time, Wells will keep it himself. He'll go up the middle. He gets plenty of yardage as he rushes this one across the 25 down to the 26.
Good for a Wildcat.
For a 8-yard gain there.
Gives the Wildcats 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line of the Warriors.
It'll bring up a 1st and 10 now here for King City as Nate Doolittle was there on the stop for the Warriors. Just a little quarterback sneak up the middle and is able to pick up good yardage. This time, handoff will go to Muff. He gets tripped up the line of scrimmage, but still able to fall forward for about 3 yards. Brings up now a 2nd and 7.
Carry by number 3, Muff.
King City's threatening here, but they've really got to score a touchdown or else they really risk giving Albany a chance to really break this one open.
I said again, Albany scored on the first play of the game on a 65-yard touchdown run. And then Muff answered right back with a 50-yarder. Hasn't really done much since. This time he'll break it out and he'll get into the end zone. No flags on this one. And it's a touchdown run here from the 22-yard line. It's a 22-yard touchdown run by Parker Muff.
By number 3, Muff.
So that now makes it a 30-12 ball game. Remember, you can score a touchdown too when you list your home United Country Nelson real estate agent, Tammy Wynn Siddons. Going for the 2-point conversion. Muff is going to be met, and 2-point conversion, no good. 30-12, Warriors lead, 7:24 left to play in the second quarter. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Schott's Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Schott's has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champ's Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schott's adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Schott's Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
Welcome back out again here to King City. It's a 30-12 Albany lead. 7:24 still left to play here in this second quarter. King City has 2 timeouts remaining here in this first half. Albany with just 1. As we're almost an hour long here in this quarter and a half that we played so far. Not even a quarter and a half yet. Again, Parker Muff will kick off here for King City. Tries Floyd to be back inside his own 5-yard line. So again, it's been Ethan Mercer running in a couple along with Trice Floyd for touchdowns for Albany, followed by an 80-yard interception return by Hutchinson. Parker Muff with 2 touchdown runs here for King City so far. Little pooch kick onside. That is going to be picked up here by Ethan Mercer as he'll fall on it about the own Warrior 26-yard line.
Kicks down by number 21, Mercer.
So it'll be a first and 10 here for
10 from their own 26-yard line.
the Warriors from their own 26. Again, it's a 30-12. Albany leads, 7:22 left to play here in the half. Doolittle lined up wide to the left. Hutchinson and Floyd out wide to the right. Mercer in the backfield along with Kemper Klein. Now Mercer will motion out to the right. Looking deep downfield for Hutchinson. And there is going to be a penalty flag that flies in, as it'll be Corbin Taylor that'll pick up the defensive pass interference penalty. Remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536.
At about the Wildcats' 39-yard line.
That is something you cannot do, is tackle the receiver as he's trying to catch the ball.
You know what, though? That's one way to keep Hutchinson from making the catch, though.
Yeah, they didn't give up the touchdown. That's true.
So it'll be a first and 10 here from the King City 39-yard line. Again, Hutchinson and Floyd lined up wide to the right. Again, Mercer in motion. Now keeping it is going to be Klein. He'll break loose of one tackle, and this time he'll be gang tackled as he crosses the 35-yard line down to, it looks to be the 34.
Carry by number 7.
So a gain there of 5, but it looks like we do have a Warrior down, and it looks like Kemper Klein is down on the far sideline. As he clutches, looks like his left foot or left ankle. So we'll be back after a quick Petty John Auto Center timeout to check out the injury, and we'll be back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Albany Chiropractic Clinic offers multiple chiropractic techniques, therapeutic exercise programs, massage therapy, and nutrition consults to the Albany and surrounding area. Albany Chiropractic Clinic prides themselves in being more than effective pain relief. Call and schedule your appointment at Albany Chiropractic Clinic at 660-726-3322. That's 660-726-3322 to experience the difference today.
Klein is able to walk off with some help, not putting too much weight on that left leg. So again, Trice Floyd, who started the season at quarterback, will probably take back over at that spot. And again, he is a very competent quarterback in that. Just whenever you brought Kemper Klein out, it allowed you to do so much more with Trice Floyd. You could put him in the backfield as a running back. You could put him out as the receiver, however you wanted to do it. So that just made the Warriors that much better on offense when you were able to bring Trice Floyd in that spot and put Klein in at quarterback. So now, with Klein out for at least this next play, we're going to have a timeout called here by the Warriors. It'll be their final timeout here of the half. We'll be back after this Petty John Auto Center timeout. Remember to check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com. 30-12, Warriors with the lead underneath 7 minutes left to play here in the first half.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start more than 90 years ago. We understand the hard work that goes into building and sustaining your business. And that's why we offer customizable policies that protect everything you've worked hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves. Contact me today.
For details, stop by and talk to Agent David Smith at 116 South Smith Street in Albany or at 303 North Park Street in Stanberry, or call 660-726-3536 today.
So welcome back out again to King City following the Petty John Auto Center timeout. Warriors will come back out in their pistol formation. Hutchinson and Porter Davis will be lined up wide to the right. Ethan Mercer in the backfield along with Trice Floyd. The snap. And it'll be a handoff to Mercer, and he will lose the football. And it looks like it is going to again be picked up here by King City. And they will back at their own 30-yard line. As Parker Muff again comes away with the fumble recovery.
From the 30-yard line.
I believe that's already the second or third fumble recovery tonight here by Muff, which alone is a bad stat if you're a Warrior fan, because that means they've already put the football on the ground 2 or 3 times. Underneath center as well, so he'll hand this one off to Parker Muff. Trying to juke around in the backfield and gets hit from behind and picks up about 2 yards there on the play, but a flag down at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a hold against the offense. Remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536.
The spot.
So the penalty
moves the ball back to the 21-yard line.
Will be a loss of 9 after the spot foul. So instead of a second and about 7, it'll be a 1st and 19. Pistol formation now here for King City with Wells and Muff in the backfield. Handoff will go to Muff. And he will be hit after picking up just about a yard there on the play. As they're in on the stop again for the Warriors. Look to be Kirby Stevens.
Gain of about a yard on the play. Brings up 2nd and 18 from the 22.
So a 2nd and 18 here for the Wildcats as, again, Kemper Klein gets looked at here on the near sideline on that left leg. 6:05 still left to play here in the first quarter. Warriors lead here 30-12. Wells keeps the ball on the option, and he will pick up short yardage there on the play. Gain there of about 2, brings up about a 3rd and 16.
Quarterback keeper by number 14, Wells, gets back to the line of scrimmage, brings up 3rd down.
So a 3rd and long upcoming here for King City inside their own 25-yard line. Next snap at their own 22. 2 receivers out wide to the right, 1 receiver out wide to the left. Muff will stand to the left of his quarterback, Wells. Here again comes pressure and looking for a little wide receiver or a little running back screen. And Muff had a lot of room in front of him with just 3 Albany defenders behind him that he would have had to compete with, and all of his blockers in front of him. But the pass falls incomplete off the hands of Parker Muff. King City in punt formation. Remember, don't fumble the punt on your future retirement. Contact David Smith for Prudential Financial Services, 660-726-3322. Muff will punt this one away as Hutchinson will catch it at his own 25-yard line. And he gets across the 35 and is going to be pushed out right around midfield. And looks like they'll put him back at the Warrior 38-yard line.
Number 10, Hutchinson.
Normally it's Floyd taking the punts for the Warriors, but this time it was Hutchinson that took the punt.
Again with Klein still on the sideline. Floyd will stay in at quarterback here for this next drive at least. As Albany will come back out in their really kind of their base offense like they started the year. It'll be a pitch out here to Mercer on the near sideline. And he will get taken down just shy of midfield. A yard there on the carry, that time by Ethan Mercer.
By number 21, Mercer. Brought down by number 3, Muff. Gain of about a yard on a play. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So it'll be a 2nd and 9 upcoming here for the Warriors from their own 39-yard line. They lead here 30-12 with 4:40 left to play here in this second quarter. Floyd underneath center in motion that time was Doolittle. Floyd will keep it himself, runs it across midfield, gets down to the 37-yard line here at King City as he picks up about 4 yards, brings up now a 3rd and 5. As Wagner there in on the stop that time for King City.
Where it brings up 3rd down.
3rd and long 5 upcoming. Actually, be about a 3rd and 6 from the 38-yard line. Hutchinson and Doolittle will both line up wide to the left. Sawyer Cross will also be tight to the left. Here comes the snap. Floyd looking to roll out, looking to pass. Motioning his defender or his receivers where to go. Hutchinson comes away with the completion, and he's going to run it into the end zone for a touchdown. 38 yards this time from Trice Floyd to Caden Hutchinson.
Good for a wall.
Once Hutchinson gets in the open field, he's just so hard to stop. King City really needs to make sure once he catches the ball to bring him down, and they really haven't been able to do that so far, and it's really hurt him.
Remember, you can score 2 when you list your home United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn Siddons. 2-point conversion upcoming here for the Warriors as they now lead 36-12. So again, Hutchinson and Doolittle line up wide to the left. Pistol formation with Floyd at quarterback, Ethan Mercer behind him. Handoff, no, will not go to Mercer. It'll be kept by Floyd, and he is not going to get in for the two-point conversion. So 36-12, Albany leads. 3:48 still left to play in the second quarter. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Looking to sell some of your things? Give Rod Dollars, Leo Madison, or Leon Mester a call at Dollars and Mester Auction Service to set up an auction today. Call Rod at 660-254-2548 or 660-783-2548. Give Leon a call at 660-582-0258 or 660-726-3252 or give Leo a call at 660-868-0113. Check out their current auctions at showmemoreauctions.com.
Welcome back out again here to King City. It's now a 36-12 Warrior lead. 3:48 still left to play here in this first half. And Kemper Klein still down, getting checked out here on the near sideline. As he sits here on the bench, do not believe we will see him at least for the rest of the first half. Second half we'll have to wait and see, as this one is going to be kicked over to the far side, and it's going to be picked up there by Brody Tunks. And he will return it across the 25-yard line. And that's exactly where they're going to mark him out at, as the 25.
Number 3, Muff on the return.
Actually, I take that back. It was Muff there on the return, not Tunks. So King City will start on their own 25-yard line here after the 38-yard touchdown catch by Caden Hutchinson.
First and 10.
.343 still left to play here in this first half. Here comes the snap. Wells will pitch this one out to Parker Muff on the option. And he is going to be hit in the backfield. First Warrior there was Ethan Mercer. So after the yard on the loss of one on the play, brings up now a second and 11.
Tackled for a 1-yard loss, brings up second and 11.
You can really tell who the Wildcats want to get the ball to. Already the 19th touch so far in the ball game by Parker Muff. This one is the 20th, as again he's going to push forward and picks up the yard that he lost last time, and it will bring up now, though, a 3rd and 10.
Carry by number 3, Muff, gains about 2 on the play.
Really, though, the Warriors have held Muff for the most part tonight. They allowed the big 50-yard touchdown run on the first drive, and then a 25-yard carry, and then about 2 or 3 that have been over 10 yards. Otherwise, all the others have been under 5 yards, and a couple that have been tackles for losses. 2 receivers wide to the left, 1 receiver wide to the right. Wells looking to pass. Again, here comes pressure. Looking, gets it to Parker Muff as he's just out in front of his blockers. He'll now push one of his blockers away, but he'll be taken down as he crosses midfield down to the Warrior 39-yard line.
Number 3, Muff, good.
As Truman Runnels there in on the stop, but a penalty flag looks like it's down here. And they're going to call an eligible man downfield here against King City. Remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536. So an illegal man downfield here will take away the first down. And it will push King City back here a couple of yards.
There's a flag on the play. Illegal man downfield.
And it'll be a 10-yard loss. And it'll bring up now a 3rd and 20 here for King City. So with 2:17 still left to play here in the half. Taking the snap in the shotgun by himself in the backfield is going to be Wells. He'll hand this one off. And being taken down at the 20-yard line there is going to be Brody Tunks.
Number 7, Tunks on the carry.
Be a pickup there of about 5
It's
yards.
About the 21-yard line where it brings up 4th down for the Wildcats.
So it'll bring up now a 4th and 15, and you have to imagine from their own 20-yard line, King City will punt it here. So remember, don't fumble the punt on your future retirement. Contact David Smith with Prudential Financial Services, 660-726-3322. Parker Muff will set to kick off. Punts it this time. Again, Hutchinson back inside his own 30 and his own 27. And this time cannot get away from the defender. as Jacob Boone is able to pull him down at the Albany 33-yard line.
10 Hutch.
Now the Warriors will have 1 minute 33 seconds to try and drive down the field and score before halftime.
Will be 1st and 10 for the Warriors.
So it'll be 1st and 10 here for the Warriors with 1:33. No timeouts remaining here for the Warriors, as it's a 36-12 Albany lead. And again, starting quarterback tonight, Kemper Klein down on the sideline. Floyd underneath center. Handoff will go to Mercer. He breaks through the initial line, and he will plow over the second line as he crosses midfield and the first down yard marker. An 11-yard pickup on the carry by Ethan Mercer. As Farmer there on the stop.
10 from the Wildcats' 36-yard line.
And the Warriors need to understand they don't have a way to stop the clock, and the clock's going to continue to run. 1:20 left to play. Here comes the next snap. Floyd will keep this one himself, and he will make it for maybe about a gain of 1 there on the play.
Number 3, Floyd.
It'll bring up now a 2nd and 9.
About a yard brought down by number 3, Muff for the Wildcats.
As Muff is there and on the stop. Right now, underneath a minute left to play here in the half, 36-12 is a 24-point Albany lead. One of the big things also here is make sure you hold on to the football if you're a Warrior and don't turn the ball over to King City where they have a chance to score before half. A pitch out to Mercer as he'll be knocked out of bounds on the far sideline as he picks up just about 2 yards there on the play. It will now bring up about a 3rd and 7.
Carry by number 21, Mercer, brought down by number 3, Muff.
Clock's still running.
Gets to the 33
now
yard
down
line.
to 24 seconds.
3rd down for the Warriors.
The 3rd and 7 upcoming in motion is Davis. Floyd will keep it himself. He has a blocker in front of him. He's on the near sideline, and he'll run out of bounds at about the 12-yard line with 13 seconds left here in the first half.
Carry by number 3, Floyd's good for
Good play by Floyd. Looked like he was going to get caught there, and he noticed that and ran out of bounds. Don't know if he would have got brought down in bounds and they would have been able to get back and get a play off.
11-yard pickup there on the play on the 3rd and long there for the Warriors. Again, the Warriors do have the lead here of 24 points. But again, adding some extra points, that sure would be nice here going into halftime. Hutchinson and Porter Davis will both be lined up wide to the left. 5 seconds left here on the play clock. 4, 3. Snap made by Floyd, looking left, rolling out, looking for the end zone for Hutchinson. Passing going to be tipped and falls incomplete with 7 seconds left here in the half.
Flag on the play.
But a flag down here on the far sideline. And they're going to call a hold against the defense. Remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536. So another big penalty here against King City is going to make it now a 1st and about 5 from the 6-yard line.
Penalty on the play is holding against the defense.
Actually, I take that back. It'll be
repeat the down.
It'll be a 1st and 4 here from the 5. Actually, it'd be about the 6-yard line. Sorry. After the 6-yard penalty, 7 seconds left though to play here in the first half. Floyd underneath center in motion is Porter Davis, and a timeout is going to be called here by King City. Remember during this timeout, check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com. It's a 24-12 or 36-12 Albany lead. 7 seconds left here in the half. We're back with more in just a moment. As Mosaic continues to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic, they are committed to staying connected. Whether you need a routine checkup or to be seen for an illness, Mosaic has virtual options available. The highly trained nurses are also ready to help you when you need them via the 24/7 community nurse line. Plus, the My Mosaic portal website and app are available for messaging your care team and accessing health information. Please visit mymlc.com/stayconnected to learn more. Now more than ever, Mosaic is here with you and here for you. So 7 seconds left to play here in this second quarter, 36-12. The Warriors have the lead. Again, Kemper Klein down on the sideline here after getting injured a couple drives ago. But on the last drive, Trice Floyd was able to throw a touchdown pass to Caden Hutchinson for 38 yards. Now it is a 1st and 4 from the 6-yard line upcoming here for the Warriors. Warriors lead by 24, looking for their first conference win of the season. In motion is Porter Davis. He'll motion over to the left. And Floyd will fake the pitch out to the left, and it's going to be thrown to the end zone. Touchdown, Caden Hutchinson. Floyd to Hutchinson, 6 yards away for the touchdown. And with 3 seconds still to remain here in this first half. Remember, you can score a touchdown, too, when you list your home United Country Nelson real estate agent, Tammy Wynn Siddons. 2-point conversion upcoming. And Parker Muff times the snap, comes in, and immediately takes down Trice Floyd. 2-point conversion, no good. 42-12. It's a 30-point Warrior lead with 3 seconds left to play in the half. We're back with more in just a moment on Albany TV.
Northwest Cell, your local cell phone provider, is a proud supporter of all local schools. Northwest Cell has authorized agents located in Albany, Burlington Junction, Grant City, Maryville, Mound City, Oregon, Rockport, Stanberry, and Tarkio. Stop in at any of Northwest Cell's authorized agents or visit nwmcell.com to learn about their FlexPay unlimited data plans or any of this month's hot deals.
Welcome back out again here to King City. It is now a 42-12 Albany lead. 3 seconds still remain here in this first half. Remember to stick around for the Albany Hy-Vee halftime that'll be coming up for you here, and what we figure will be here shortly. But the way this first half has gone, who really knows how long 3 seconds could take. So Trice Floyd again sent to kick off. The last line of defense for King City is at their own 15-yard line. This one will be picked up here by Carter Mooney, and he will be taken down here as time expires, and it will be a 42-12 Warrior lead here at the half. We're back with your Albany Hy-Vee halftime in just a moment. We'll go over some of the stats from the first half. We'll also take a look at some of the scores from around 8-man football as we come back in just a moment. Remember that your halftime tonight here on Albany TV is brought to you by your Albany Hy-Vee. Find everything on your grocery list and a smile in the aisles at your Albany Hy-Vee.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
No job is too big or too small for the professionals at Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany. With over 100 years of combined experience with auto body, they offer the reliability and prompt service by using the latest in technology to get your vehicle back on the road. Raymond Smith Body Shop is also a complete wrecker service as well as glass repair and body work. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. They're prepared to get you in and out and back on the road. See them today on Highway 136 East in Albany. Raymond Smith Body Shop. They're there to serve you. Hogue Lumber Company in Albany is here to help you with all of your DIY projects. Whether you're doing a home remodel, some repair work, a painting job, or a plumbing job, Hogue Lumber Company's dedicated staff can help you get the materials that you need to do the job right. Hogue Lumber Company in Albany is your trusted hometown hardware store and lumber yard for more than 4 decades. Stamper Hauling of Albany offers dedicated expedited deliveries to long haul and oversize, all while guaranteeing on-the-time delivery. Stamper Hauling guarantees their experience in the trucking field will exceed your company's expectations. Stephen Stamper of Stamper Hauling features 19 years of CDL commercial driving experience. Contact Stephen at 816-244-3196 for your company's next hauling job. Stamper Hauling, a family-owned business located in Northwest Missouri. East Fork Lodge and Ranch in Albany specializes in hosting special events, whether large or small. The Legacy Event Center is the newest member of the East Fork family with 7,500 square feet of beautifully decorated event space, including a caterer's kitchen. The magnificent black and white staircase allows for the grandest of entrances, while the front veranda overlooking a small lake makes for a great place to relax and enjoy conversations with family and friends. The rustic elegance of the Legacy is the perfect backdrop to your special event. Email Jamie at eastforklodge.com for more information on the Legacy or East Fork Lodge. In our friendly small town of Albany, Missouri, we have community-minded businesses, great places to eat and shop, a historic Carnegie Public Library, community center, pool, 9-hole golf course, multiple places to worship, and a strong school system. Albany is the seat of Gentry County, located off Highway 136 in the heart of northwest Missouri. Albany is a fun place to visit, but an even better place to live, where we have small-town roots with a big-town feel.
Welcome back out again here to King City at the half. It's Albany with a 42-12 lead. I'd like to thank our sponsors, help you bring you tonight's broadcast tonight here on Albany TV. Again, you will see the band performing out there, but again, we cannot let you really listen to the band. We can let you listen to it in the background a little bit, but due to copyright issues, we are, again, not allowed to let you listen in to the band. I'd like to thank our sponsors, BTC Bank, with locations in Albany, Beeman, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Maysville, Osborne, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Petty John Auto Centers with locations in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany and the Albany Hy-Vee. Schultz of Albany and American Family Insurance Agent David Smith in Albany and Stanberry. United Country Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company, agents Tony Nelson in Bethany and Tammy Wynn Siddons of Albany. Smith Insurance and Smith Prudential of Albany, Albany Chiropractic Clinic, Dollars and Messner Auction Service, Northwest Cell, Raymond Smith Body Shop of Albany, Mosaic Medical Center in Albany, the Legacy at East Fork Lodge in Albany, the Albany School District and the King City School District, Hogue Lumber Company of Albany, Stamper Hauling of Albany, the Albany Booster Club and the City of Albany, as well as the Printery and New Shopper located in Albany, as well as Winners Circle Trophies and Awards North located in Albany. And Brett, we had an injury there in the first half for the Warriors, and Kemper Klein kind of goes down awkwardly, picks up his only yardage there on the ground tonight, a 5-yard pickup, and it was a crucial 5-yard pickups for the Warriors if he cannot come back, but we kind of mentioned it. He wasn't putting much weight on it coming off the field, but as he kind of got off the field, he was able to put some weight on it, kind of got looked at there a little bit there on the near sideline. Yeah,
from the beginning of the season, the first 3 games that the Warriors were doing kind of their more traditional offense, they went 0-3, and then they brought in Kemper Klein and kind of moved to a spread offense, and they honestly looked like a completely different team. So now they've got to go back to what they've been doing, and luckily they've got a big lead, but that's going to really affect them, or at least you think so.
And we did see as the half ended, Klein was able to try and walk over to where the Warriors are set at the opposite end zone here of the scoreboard, which you're watching on Albany TV. I can see him now. He is standing up, listening in there, so that is a good thing. He is able to put pressure on that leg. Just don't know if he will be able to come back in this second half or not. Up 30 points, you would think you'd err on the side of caution, maybe keep him out here. Again, you've got Pattonsburg again next week, another game where you're figuring if Klein is in there, and Pattonsburg's a spread him out, air it out offense, you're going to need to put up points quickly. Klein's probably your best bet in that fact. But Trice Floyd has come in and really played well at the quarterback position, taking over. So far, 2 for 2 through the air for 44 yards, but also 2 touchdown passes. And, of course, his favorite target, Caden Hutchinson, as he has 3 catches so far for 70 yards, but that's not all he has. He also has a carry for 5 yards and then a big interception return for 80 yards there in the first half. And then it was Ethan Mercer who had 6 carries tonight, 2 of them for over 60 yards for both touchdowns, as he has 153 yards so far off of just 6 carries. Now for King City, they really much it's been Parker Muff and everybody else, and that's kind of the way King City has done it for a couple of weeks here without Landon Wells at quarterback. With Landon Wells coming back, you kind of figured he might be a little bit more involved in the offense, passing the ball. And he has passed the ball a couple of times. He just hasn't quite been able to find any receivers open, as he has just 1 pass completion tonight, and that was to Corbin Taylor for 5 yards. He did have one to it was Brody Tunks that was negated due to a penalty, as both teams have put up a lot of penalties, but man, King Cities have sure hurt. They've already brought back 3 touchdowns tonight.
Yeah, all penalties are bad, but whenever you lose a touchdown because of it, it stings even more. And King City, they've really felt the effects of what penalties can do to you.
And that one drive, like we said, Parker Muff ran it in for 35 yards, negated by a hold. They bring it back to the 20, and then it was the short pass to Brody Tunks. They bring it back to the 13. Well, the next play is an 80-yard touchdown interception return by Caden Hutchinson. So not only does it take points off the board, but it adds points to the other team, and really that momentum shifts over to the Warriors. So far tonight, again, Landon Wells has rushed the ball 5 times for 6 yards. Brody Tunks has rushed the ball twice for 18 yards. Corbin Taylor also has a carry for 9 yards, but so far it's been all Parker Muff on the ground. He has 20 carries in that first half for over 130 yards, unofficially at 134. We started the game out with we said during pregame, we figured this would be a good game. Both teams would really put up a lot of points. Well, we didn't disappoint in the beginning of the game where first play of the game by the Warriors, Ethan Mercer's a 65-yard touchdown run, 12 seconds in the ball game. King City gets the football after a quick 15-yard penalty against the Warriors on pass interference. It was then a 50-yard touchdown run by Parker Muff, and 2-point conversion was the difference as the Warriors had an 8-6 lead, and that we weren't even 30 seconds into the ball game yet, and immediately both teams got on the board quickly. After that, Warriors got it, went 4 and out and turned the ball over on downs. King City would get the football. They would go on a 6-play drive before fumbling it on what would begin the fumble series, as we would call it, as Albany would then get the football right back, or Albany would get the football and immediately on the next play give it right back to King City. They would go about 3 plays before they would fumble it back over to Albany, and Albany, after going 2 plays, would fumble it back over to King City, and pretty much nothing really going on in those 4 series. But then King City would go on a little bit of a drive. They had a nice run by Parker Muff of 25 yards. Couldn't really do much with it. A penalty kind of hindered their offense, and they would have to turn the ball over on downs inside the Albany 20-yard line. Albany would start with the football on their own 16. And again, we had talked, we hadn't seen much offense out of either team. Immediately, Ethan Mercer comes right out and says, all right, here's your 64-yard run right up the middle. And again, the Warriors would fail in the 2-point conversion. They'd have a 14-6 lead with 5:38 still left to play in that first quarter. King City would get the football at midfield, would end up going 4 and out, turning the ball over on downs to Albany, and they would make it down on a 34-yard pass play down inside the 5-yard line down to the 1 from Kemper Klein to Caden Hutchinson, and then it was capped off by a Trice Floyd touchdown run on the next play from a yard out, making it a 22-6 lead for the Warriors with 3:50 left to play in the first quarter after the 2-point conversion was good. And then it was King City who would get the football after a big 13-yard run on the first play by Parker Muff. It would be a 4th down play, and it would be Trice Floyd that would intercept the ball. And Albany would start out with the football again on their own 22. Would not be able to do anything as they would go 3 and out, punt the ball away to King City. And then it was the drive we had just kind of talked about a little bit, where King City drove it from their own 33-yard line. But again, 2 big penalties pulled the touchdown off the board. And then Caden Hutchinson intercepts it in the end zone. We kind of talked about it at the time. I'm almost certain, I know Coach Fountain well, he would tell Hutchinson, you just kneel that one next time. Don't even try and run that one out.
Yeah, it worked out for Hutchinson, but he's not going to be able to take that length of the field for a touchdown every time. Most of the time he's going to be brought down, but it worked out for him this time.
And again, he did return that 80 yards. The 2-point conversion was good. It was a 30-6 lead for the Warriors with 9:50 left to play in the second quarter. King City would start just on their side of midfield, and this time they would find their way back into the end zone. A 22-yard touchdown run by Parker Muff. 2-point conversion, again, though, was no good. It was a 30-12 lead with 7:24 left to play in that first half. Then Albany would get the football on their own 26-yard line after picking up a big 15-yard defensive pass interference penalty against King City. It would be then the play for Kemper Klein, where he would pick up 5 yards but end up getting hurt on the play. And then after that, it was looked like a fumble on the snap a little bit, or the handoff by Ethan Mercer. And then King City would get the football on their own 30, would go 4 and out and turn the ball over on downs, or would have to punt the ball away. Albany would get it on their own 38-yard line. And after 2 running plays by Ethan Mercer and Trice Floyd, a 3rd and 7 was capped off with a 38-yard touchdown pass from Trice Floyd to Caden Hutchinson. The 2-point conversion, again, no good, 36-12 with 3:48 left to play in the half. Then King City, after picking up another penalty, would end up having to punt the ball away on a 4th and long. Albany would get the football with just about 1:30 left to play in the half, and they would go 5 plays with the aid of a 5-yard penalty against King City, and would cap it off with a 6-yard touchdown pass from Trice Floyd to Caden Hutchinson. 2-point conversion, no good. 42-12 was the score with 3 seconds left in the half, and that's where we are now at the half. It does look like Kemper Klein is back out practicing a little bit here as they do their warm-ups here coming out of halftime. So we'll be back in just a moment. We'll try and find you some scores from around 8-man football and before we get ready for a second-half kickoff here on Albany TV.
The Albany Booster Club is a group of supporters who come together to make a better experience for the students. They try to help the students in any way possible, whether it be on the court, on the mat, on the field, on the track, on the stage, or in the classroom. The Albany Booster Club, longtime supporters of the Albany R3 School District, joining together for the better of the Albany students. The King City School District is proud to support their students, athletes, coaches, teachers, and staff at the King City School. King City School District understands that the teamwork that is built out on the playing surfaces will help their students succeed in the future. Proud supporter of all King City Wildcats is the King City School District. And the King City School District wants to say, go Wildcats!
Welcome back out again here to your Albany Hy-Vee halftime here on Albany TV. 42-12, the Warriors have the lead as getting ready here for the second half here in just a couple of moments. Take a look at some other scores here in the GRC. Big game going on over just a couple of miles away to our west. North Andrew Worth County are at halftime. They're tied at 14-14 and a big game in the conference. And then also Pattonsburg is leading down over at St. Paul Lutheran down in Concordia, 56-14. That's a halftime score. And then just a couple of miles south over at Stanberry. Stanberry has a lead over East Atchison, a big game in District 4, as Stanberry has a 2-point lead, 14-12. That score is at the half. So again, those are some of the scores in 8-man football. We'll try and find you some other scores here as we go through as well. Looks like Mound City leading over DeKalb 24-6. That is with about 54 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Bishop LeBlanc defeats Schuyler County tonight. That is a final already. So we're not even ready to start the second half, and already Bishop LeBlanc takes down Schuyler County tonight 37-24. We're back in just a moment with to end your Albany Hy-Vee halftime as we get set for your second half kickoff here on Albany TV.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpless smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Welcome back out to King City. Again, it is a lead here for Stanberry as we get ready for the second half kickoff by a score of 42-12. Some other scores here. Stewartsville leading over Platte Valley 20-8 at right before the half. And Drexel was leading over Jasper at halftime 42-8. Liberal was also leading 36-4 at the half. And North Shelby was leading over Oric at halftime 32-14. Liberal, that 36-14 halftime score was over Appleton City. So again, we'll get set here for the second half kickoff as Albany will kick off. Trice Floyd set to kick off again here for the Warriors. So Kemper Klein no longer sitting here on the sideline. He is back up, standing on the sideline, but again, Brent, we kind of talked about it a little bit there during halftime. With a 30-point lead, we got a big game against Pattonsburg next week, then districts the following week.
Risk is way greater than the reward.
Exactly. Already leading by 30 points. Trice Floyd, very, very competent quarterback. Yes, he does really make Kemper makes the offense a little bit better, more explosive. But with a 30-point lead, Trice has already come in, throw 2 touchdowns. So you pretty much want to kind of save Kemper Klein and just make sure you get him healed up for next week and the following week for districts.
Yep.
So again, Floyd, who has not yet kicked deep once so far tonight, will be set to kick off from his own 30-yard line. His team leading 42-12. We had 20 different drives between the two teams in the first half. We'll see how many we have here in the second as Floyd's set to kick off in this GRC 8 matchup here between the Warriors and the Wildcats.
The 4 fumbles in a row really
Yeah, that really did add to some of the drives. And this will be another little pooch kick that'll bounce and be picked up here again by Ty Mooney. And he will be brought down shy at the 35-yard line.
18, Mooney gets to the 35-yard line where the Wildcats will have the ball first and 10.
King City will start on their own 35-yard line to start out the second half. And we'll see if Landon Wells will pass the ball a little bit more here in the second half, with his team trailing by 30, or if Parker Muff is going to continue to carry the ball here. Again, Parker Muff unofficially 20 carries for 134 yards in the first half. And the first one is going to go to Muff, and he's going to cut it back inside, and he is going to be taken down, but not before he picks up enough for a first down, as he picks up 14 yards on the opening carry of the half.
Gives Wildcats first and 10.
Muff hasn't really. He's broken a few for good chunks, but for the most part, he's gotten short gains. But right there, he got a 14-yard gain.
And this time again, it'll go to Muff, and he will fight for yardage, as it looked like it was Truman Runnels there that tripped him up, and a gain there of about 4 yards brings up a 2nd and 6.
Tackle on the play by number 75, Runnels.
2 carries for 18 yards so far here for Muff here in the half. Next snap, again, it'll go to Muff. And this time he is going to be taken down right at the first down yard marker. We'll see if he has enough. And they're going to say enough for a first down as he picks up 6 yards for another first down here for Parker Muff and the King City Wildcats.
Wildcats have the ball first and 10.
King City would love to come right out and get a touchdown and close this gap a little bit. If they don't score here, that kind of really hurts their chances to make a comeback here. Looks like Muff was stuffed trying to line of scrimmage. Maybe got 1 yard.
About a yard on a play. Bring up 2nd and 9 for the Wildcats.
So Muff picks up a yard there, brings up a 2nd and 9. Coming into tonight's game, Parker Muff had 1,516 yards, 216 yards per game on an average, as he'll again take the handoff. And this time he'll make it out to the 15-yard line. A gain there of 5 brings up now about a 3rd and 4.
15-yard line. Brought down by number 75, Reynolds for the Warriors.
As Truman Runnels there again on the stop for the Warriors. It's a 30-point Albany lead, 42-12, with 10 minutes left to play here in this third quarter. This time keeping it himself is going to be Landon Wells. He'll plow forward and looks like he's going to be just shy of the first down yard marker, as he'll pick up 3 yards, brings up now a 3rd and short.
Quarterback keeper by number 14, Wells. Brought down by number 75, Reynolds. Be about a half a yard short. Brings up 4th down.
So bring up now, it'll be a 4th and short here for King City, as they continue to keep the ball on the ground here with Muff and Wells.
Big 4th down here for King City.
High formation. Wells hands this one off to Muff. He has enough, and he will plow his way into the end zone for a touchdown. 11-yard touchdown run by Parker Muff, his third of the game.
Wildcats. Number 3, Muff.
Remember, you can score a touchdown too when you list your home United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn-Siddons. 3 touchdowns on the night here for Parker Muff, as that gives him now 29 on the season. As this one again going to be handed off to Muff, and he will get in for the 2-point conversion. 42-20. Warriors have a 22-point lead with 9:22 still left to play here in the third quarter. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
The King City School District is proud to support their students, athletes, coaches, teachers, and staff at the King City School. King City School District understands that the teamwork that is built out on the playing surfaces will help their students succeed in the future. Proud supporter of all King City Wildcats is the King City School District. And the King City School District wants to say, go Wildcats!
Welcome back out again here to King City. 42-20. Albany has the lead. Parker Muff set to kick off. On that last drive, 6 carries by Parker Muff out of the 7 plays, and going 45 yards for the touchdown, 11-yard touchdown run capped off there by Muff. He'll kick it off, a little pooch kick that is going to be recovered and down that time by
Troy Popplewell.
Actually, I believe that was
Onside kick recovered by number
Bryce
22.
Landed.
Oh, you're right.
So that was Landed there that comes away with the fumble, or with the onside recovery, and it'll be a 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line.
Just saw one of the twos.
Very easy to do. Actually, Troy Popplewell not even in tonight's game, as he is out tonight with, I believe, an injury, as he's in his street clothes tonight on the sideline. As that time, the Warriors able to get King City on an encroachment call. As remember, don't be penalized from the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536.
For the Warriors.
And again, as we start out this drive here in the second half, Kepper Klein again will stay on the sideline here as tries Floyd underneath center. Here's the snap. Handoff will go to Mercer. He'll plow through his defenders and takes it right up to that first down yard marker. We'll see if he has enough or not. And he is going to have enough for another Albany first down.
Number 21, Mercer is good for a Warrior first down. Gives them 1st and 10 just inside the 33-yard line.
So it'll be a 1st and 10 here from the King City 33-yard line here for the Warriors. They lead here 42-20. 9 minutes left to play here in this third quarter. Floyd will keep it himself, and he will take it out to the 30-yard line. He'll pick up 3 yards there on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 7.
Brought down by number 70, Harvey.
You have to expect the Warriors to try to keep it on the ground so this clock can keep running, holding on to a 22-point lead here, but you don't want to give King City enough time to be able to make a comeback.
Floyd had 3 carries for 15 yards in the first half, has his first carry there here for 3 yards. As now Floyd looking to pass, This time he gets Nate Doolittle as he brings it across the 30-yard line, stays on his feet, and he fights for yardage down towards the across the 20-yard line as he fights down close to the 15, down to the 17-yard line. So a gain of 10 yards there to Nate Doolittle.
For a Warrior first down.
As Nate Doolittle has his first catch of the night for 10 yards. And a bring up another 1st and 10 here for the Warriors. 1st and 10 here for the Warriors from their King City 17-yard line here on their first drive of the night. Or here of the second half, I mean. As this time it will be kept here by Floyd. And he will take it down to the 15-yard line as he'll pick up 2 yards there on the carry.
Brought down by number 3, Muff.
As Parker Muff again, as he is on most plays, in on the stop.
Where it brings up 2nd down for the Warriors.
2nd and 8 here for Albany. Wildcat 15-yard line. Floyd will take the snap from underneath center. Floyd will look over at the sideline. Comes away with what he needs. Gets underneath center. Hands this one off to Mercer as he will carry some defenders inside the 10-yard line down to the 9. As he'll pick up 6 yards there on the play. Brings up now a 3rd and 2.
Mercer brought down by number 16, Taylor.
3rd and
Brings
2
up
upcoming.
Third down for the Warriors from the 9-yard line.
.6:48 left to play here in the third quarter. 42-20. Albany leads and Albany driving. Floyd looking to pass. Looking for Hutchinson. And he is not able to bring in the pass as it falls incomplete right at the goal line.
Pass intended number 10, Hutchinson, broken up by number 24, Farmer for the Wildcats. Brings up 4th
Holden
down
Farmer there in
for
on
the Warriors from the 9-yard line.
In on the stop as he knocked that one out of Hutchinson's hands. And with a 4th and 2 upcoming from the King City 9-yard line, Albany will go for it here. Up 22 points. 6:38 still to play here in the third quarter. Floyd again underneath center. As the Warriors back in their base offense that they started with at the beginning of the year, it'll be a pitch out to Mercer towards the left. Tries to cut back inside. Reaches for the first down yard marker. And looks like he's going to have enough for a first down, and he is.
Carry by number 21, Mercer is good for a Warrior first down.
So another Warrior first down here, and that means that the Warriors still able to chew clock up here as they continue to drive the football, as they brought that one just shy of the 5-yard line down to the 6. Floyd will take the snap. Handoff again goes to Mercer. And he is going to be pushed back at about the line of scrimmage. Maybe picks up maybe about a half a yard there on the carry.
Gets back to the line of scrimmage, brought down by number 5, Wagner, number 70, Harvey.
Halfway through the third quarter of play. And it's a 42-20 Albany lead. A 2nd and goal upcoming here from the 5-yard line of King City for the Warriors.
The second half is already moving at a way faster pace than the first half was going at this point.
And that's kind of that power run team that the Warriors were at the start of the season. Really able to continue to run clock as this one's pitched out again to Mercer. And he will dance his way into the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown run. Ethan Mercer with his third touchdown run of the night.
21, Mercer with the carry.
So Mercer takes this one in, this time from 5 yards away. Remember, you can score a touchdown too when you list from United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn-Siddons. And Brett, the big one there, that 5-yard touchdown run by Mercer must seem just like a little walk down the hallway, and compared to his last two from 65 and 64.
Yeah, definitely way shorter than, had to run way shorter distance than his first two.
As Floyd looking to pass on the 2-point conversion, and this one's going to be knocked down at the line of scrimmage. As knocking it down there is Chase Moss.
Ball's batted down by number
48-20
Moss.
is the lead. Warriors have the lead with 5:30 still left to play here in the third quarter. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Hello, I'm Dustin Freeman, Superintendent of the Albany R3 School District. At Albany, our staff is focused on helping students excel in academics, athletics, music, business, technology, art, and agriculture. We strive to help young minds prepare for life and become successful in whatever endeavor they choose. The Albany R3 School District is a tribe of parents, teachers, students, and community members working together so students don't just chase their dreams, but live them.
5:30 still left to play here in this third quarter. Warriors now have a 48-20 lead. As Trice Floyd set to kick off from his own 30-yard line. And Warriors really have not given Muff the opportunity to run one back by kicking it deep yet tonight. With them standing about their own 10-yard line, you might want to try and do that, see if you can kick it over their head, as this one is going to be picked up again by Ty Mooney on the near sideline, right in front of the 25-yard line. And looks like they're going to put him down about the 27 or 28-yard line.
Number 18, Mooney on the return, brought down by number 10, Hutchinson. Wildcats will have the ball
Well, it looks like they
First
will put
and
it at the
10
War
28-yard line.
at the King City 28 is where Wildcats will start their next drive. I formation here for the Wildcats with Landon Wells underneath center, followed by Brody Tunks and Parker Muff. Muff again will get the handoff. He'll try and bounce it outside. Now cuts it back inside, and he's going to be off to the races. And Parker Muff runs it back for a touchdown. Trice Floyd was looking for a block of the back penalty that he did not get. And quickly, it is a 52-yard touchdown run by Parker Muff. And that is his longest so far of the night by 2 yards. And that is now his 4th touchdown here of the night. Second here of the third quarter. Remember, you can score a touchdown, too, when you list your home United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn Siddons. Wells hands this one off to Muff for the 2-point conversion. And he is going to get across for the 2-point conversion, 48-28. It is back down to a 20-point ball game with 5:16 still left to play in the third quarter. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North in Albany is your hometown trophy and award shop. Winner's Circle North makes all kinds of trophies for sports, car shows, livestock shows, baby shows, and more. Winner's Circle North also does plaques of all sizes and kinds. Want something unique? Winner's Circle North has you covered with sublimation gifts and acrylic awards. Order your trophies, awards, or one-of-a-kind items. Call Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards North at 816-632-5599 or find them on Facebook at Winner's Circle North.
In the third quarter alone, Parker Muff already with 79 yards, already now over 200 yards. Unofficially here in the ball games, he had 134 in the first half off of 20 carries. He has 79 off of 6 so far here in the third quarter, including 2 touchdowns. So again, Muff will kick off here for King City as it's down to a 20-point ball game, 48-28. Again, if you're just joining us, Kemper Klein, the starting quarterback for the Warriors, out after getting injured late in the second quarter, a little left leg injury. As this one, again, going to be recovered here by the Warriors, as this time it looks like it is going to be Ian Campbell who recovers the onside kick. It'll be a 1st and 10 here for the Warriors from their own 33-yard line.
Onside kick recovered by number 33, Campbell. The Warriors will have the ball 1st and 10 from their own 33-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 here from the Warrior 33. Tries Floyd again underneath center. Here comes a snap. Handoff will go to Mercer. He'll spin out of 1 tackle, and he'll try and carry a couple others across midfield down to the 39-yard line of King City. And it'll be an 8-yard pickup there on the carry. Brings up now a 2nd and 2.
By number 16, Taylor.
As Corbin Taylor there in on the stop that time for King City. So Ethan Mercer had 6 carries for 153 yards in the first half. He has 5 carries so far here in the second, and he's just over 20-some yards. As this time it'll be Trice Floyd that'll keep it as he'll rush it up the middle. And he'll get across to about the 35-yard line before he'd stop to pick up there at 2 yards.
Quarterback keeper by number 3, Floyd's good.
And it'll be enough for a Warrior first down.
1st and 10 to 35-yard line.
Actually, I take that back. It's a 4-yard pickup there by Floyd for a first down. Yep. 2 yards past the first down sticks. So to bring up a 1st and 10 here for the Warriors. Floyd underneath center on the 1st and 10. There'll be a pitch out to Mercer on the right side. He's got to cross the 30, and he'll be pushed out of bounds at about the King City 27-yard line. It'll be 2 yards shy of the first down yard markers. He'll pick up another 8 yards here on the drive.
Yard line where it brings up 2nd down.
I expect Mercer's carries to keep rising as the first half goes along. The Warriors are holding on to a 20-point lead right now.
Timeout, Wildcats.
And a quick Petty John Auto Center timeout going to be taken here by King City with 4:06 still left to play here in this third quarter. It's a 48-28 Albany lead. We're back with more in just a moment on Albany TV.
The Printery in Albany can do all of your printing. They do business cards, envelopes, brochures, books, calendars, posters, magnetic signs, banners, and everything in between. Come visit Perry and Susan at the Printery in Albany, where they have your printing covered. Call the Printery today at 660-726-5234. That's 660-726-5234 for fair and honest pricing, because to us, your family.
Welcome back out again here to King City. It's a 48-28 Albany lead. 4:06 still left to play here in this third quarter. As Coach Fountain has an extended talk with his offense here during the Petty John Auto Center timeout. Remember to check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online, pettyjohnauto.com. So following the timeout, it'll be Albany football here with a 2nd and 2 upcoming from the King City 27. Floyd underneath center. In motion will be Porter Davis. He'll move over to the left. And now a pass coming from Floyd. Here comes pressure from King City. And the ball is going to be stripped as he throws it.
It's a penalty
and
flag.
I believe that's the marker there for the fumble.
Right.
And it is going to be recovered, though, here by the Warriors. Not certain who it was that came in and made the tackle, but I believe it was Chase Moss that came in, and that'll bring a loss now about 3 yards.
Floyd was getting ready to throw one deep down the field, it looked like, but Moss was able to get the ball loose, but luckily for the Warriors, they were able to fall down on it and recover the fumble.
So to bring up now a 3rd and 5 here from the King City 30-yard line. This time Floyd will keep it himself, follows a couple blockers, and he will have enough for a first down as he brings it inside the 25-yard line. A 5-yard pickup there by Floyd brings up another Albany first down.
Good for a Warrior first down just inside the 25-yard line.
So it'll be a 1st and 10, and again the Warriors able to chew some more clock here as they continue to move the chains, as they just keep on nickeling and diming it down the field. This time a handoff goes to Mercer. He has enough for 10. He stays on his feet, but is going to be tripped up. And tripping him up there looked like it was Holden Farmer as he brings it inside the 15 down to the 13 for a 12-yard pickup there by Ethan Mercer.
From the 13-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 here from the King City 13 after the 12-yard pickup there by Ethan Mercer, as he was tripped up by Holden Farmer. Floyd again underneath center. Will take the snap. Handoff again will go to Mercer, and he'll plow forward for maybe about a yard there on the play. 2:45 still left to play here in this third quarter.
Down by number 58, Moss.
As Chase Moss is there again on the stop.
It brings up 2nd and 9 from the 12.
2nd and 9 upcoming for the Warriors. They lead 48-28. Again with 2:30 left to play here in the second quarter as time continues to tick away. Floyd will bring in the play, and they'll break huddle with 15 seconds left on the play clock. They'll get underneath center here with 10 seconds. And Floyd will take the snap at about 5, as Floyd will keep it himself, trying to make it out to the outside, and he will barely get back to the line of scrimmage, bringing up a 3rd and 9. They're in on the stop. Again, included Chase Moss, and also there on the stop was Jacob Boone.
Looked like Floyd might have had some room off the edge there, but Moss and Boone got there quickly and stopped Floyd short for basically no gain.
48-28. Albany has the lead with 1:35 left to play here in the third quarter. Two receivers out wide to the right. Floyd in at quarterback. Takes a snap. Rolls out to the right. Looking for the end zone for Porter Davis, and it's going to be thrown a little too far over his head. Incomplete. And again, when you're used to throwing to Caden Hutchinson, he's probably got about a good 4 or 5 inches on Porter Davis.
Number 6, Davis falls incomplete.
That's a pass that Hutchinson probably brings down, but they were double covering Hutchinson. Davis kind of snuck behind the defense and just not able to jump up there high enough to bring that one in. So it'll now bring up a 4th and 9 from the King City 12-yard line. Warriors have the 20-point lead. Floyd will take the snap in the shotgun. Here comes the pressure. And it's going to be a little halfback screen. And Mercer looks like he's going to have enough for a first down. And is going to be taken down shy of the goal line, down at the 1. 11-yard pickup and a little halfback screen there to Ethan Mercer.
Screen pass to 21 Mercer's.
That's his first catch of the night. And the big thing there, not only do you get the first down, but not quite the touchdown, so that means you're going to take some more time off the clock here with 1:05 still to play here in the third quarter. So at least able to take off another, 20 or 30 seconds or so with that one play. And now tries Floyd, will take it and run it into the end zone for a touchdown, but a penalty flag down on the far sideline. Remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536. And it'll be an offside here against the Warriors.
King City's had a few penalties that have costed them touchdowns, and now the Warriors will have one as well.
And again, if you think about it here, if you're the Warriors, that penalty might not be the worst thing here. The way you've been running the ball, you can pick up about 5 or 6 yards. But again, that does continue to make that clock run, and maybe you're able to take it into the fourth quarter and run some more time off the clock, because at the rate Parker Muff is going, it doesn't take him very long to score. Last time it took him less than 15 seconds.
Yep.
So again, on a first and goal from the 6, handoff will go to Mercer. And looks like some extracurriculars going on after the play.
Carry by number 21, Mercer, brought down by number
picking up just a yard on the play there is going to be Ethan Mercer, and that could very well be the final play here of the third quarter, as it'll be a second and goal from the 5-yard line. The Warriors don't necessarily need to snap it here, and with 10 seconds left here on the game clock, I believe that is going to be the final play of the fourth quarter. 48-28, the Warriors have the lead as we go to the fourth. 2nd and 5 upcoming from the King City 5-yard line when we come back to start the fourth quarter in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Thank you for watching tonight's Albany TV broadcast. Don't forget to turn on your Facebook notifications to never miss out on a broadcast like this one. If you would like to be a part of our broadcast, give Jared Rolvis a call at 660-254-4800. If you have something in mind that we should broadcast or have any comments about tonight's game, you can also message us on Facebook. Thank you again for watching.
Are you trying to sell your old car? Looking for some much-needed help on the farm? Are you wanting to grow your customer base? The New Shopper in Albany prints 11,000 copies each week that are delivered to every Gentry and Worth County deliverable address and the surrounding area free of charge. Give Perry and Susan a call at 660-726-5234 at the New Shopper in Albany to have your ad sent directly to your customers.
So as we get ready to start this fourth quarter, the Warriors have already gone on an 11-play drive here. They've thrown the ball just one time, and it was an 11-yard pickup on a screen pass out to Ethan Mercer. But 11 plays, they've already taken 5 minutes and 16 seconds off the clock. And now it's a second and goal from the 5-yard line here for the Warriors. So again, Warriors continue to chew clock up here as they continue to push the ball deeper and deeper into King City territory as they approach the goal line. Pistol formation, tries Floyd on the option. Pitches it out this time to Mercer. He'll cut it inside. And he'll be just shy of the end zone down to the 2 as he'll pick up 3 yards there on the carry.
21 Mercer brought down by number 16. Taylor gets to about the 2-yard line where it brings up third.
So it'll bring up a third and goal now from the 2, and with it being 4-down territory, it averaged just a yard a carry here on the last 2 carries here to punch it into the end zone here for the Warriors.
With the way they've been running the ball, that's pretty attainable.
Yes, it is. Just 2 plays that have gone 1 yard or less so far here on the drive, as this time Mercer will keep it, puts it into the end zone for a touchdown, his fourth of the night.
Number 21, Mercer with the carry.
2-yard touchdown run by Mercer. And again, that is his 4th touchdown run of the night. Remember, you can score a touchdown too when you list your home United Country Nelson real estate agent Tammy Wynn Siddons, as it is now a 54-28 lead. 40 seconds gone here in this fourth quarter. 2-point conversion upcoming. Porter Davis, Caden Hutchinson line up wide to the right. Wide to the left is going to be Nate Doolittle. Pistol formation. Now motioning up to the right is Mercer. Floyd alone in the backfield looking. And catching it for the 2-point conversion is Porter Davis. 56-28. Albany leads. 11:20 left to play in the fourth. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Whether providing a service or selling a product, any successful business depends on its team. Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company has put together a team that takes care of their customers. From Tony the play caller, to Fred, Dylan, Tammy, and Marcy, the offensive specialist, to Suzette, the stats gal who keeps it all together in the office. You can depend on this team, whether you're buying or selling a home, farm, ranch, or hunting property. Wishing the best of luck to all area sports teams is the team from Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company, serving Northwest Missouri. Online at nelsonsolit.com.
Welcome back out again here to King City, where it's a 56-28 lead here for the Warriors. 11:20 still left to play here in the fourth quarter as Trice Floyd again set to kick it off. And we mentioned we have not seen Floyd kick it off deep yet. Muff back at about his own 10-yard line. This might be the opportunity where the Warriors try and kick it over his head when he isn't expecting it. But it is going to be another little pooch kick that's going to roll out of bounds. Here on the near sideline, penalty flag will fly. Remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance Agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536.
King City's been running the ball a lot with Parker Muff, but they're down by more than 20 points right now. They have 11 minutes left. They're going to have to start throwing the ball sooner or later, or else they're not going to have enough time. They're not going to have enough time to keep running the ball.
Well, as you say that, though, Parker Muff scored within 14 seconds last time with a 52-yard run.
He did do that.
We thought that last time, so we'll see what they do come out with, and it is going to be a run here to Muff, and he is going to pick up short yardage, but it continues to churn his feet as he'll pick up what ends up being about a gain of 5. Brings up now a 2nd and 5 as Parker Muff picks up 5 yards. And really, like you said, if they're going to run it, Parker Muff really has to break off that big run. But with Landon Wells still just coming off of that collarbone injury, he hasn't looked good, all that good throwing it here in the first half. We'll see if they want to see how he does in the second as Parker Muff is able to keep it, runs across midfield, and he's thrown out of bounds by Caden Hutchinson, just shy of the Warrior 35, down to the 36.
Muff, good for a Wildcat.
As that will be a gain there
10, Hutchinson for the Warriors. The
of about 10 yards.
First and 10 from the 36 of the Warriors.
So first and 10 here for King City. Wells now looking to pass, looking deep downfield for Corbin Taylor. And a penalty flag will fly. Caden Hutchinson will be called here for the defensive pass interference as he did not turn his head around to look for the pass. I'm not certain if Corbin Taylor caught that pass or not. I think that's what the officials are talking about here as well. Corbin Taylor doesn't act like he caught the pass. But
Hutchinson does not like the pass interference call. You can see his displeasure from up here.
Remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance Agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536. But, I mean, Hutchinson has to understand, if you're not even going to turn and look at the ball and attempt to try and catch it and you just run into the receiver, you're going to get called for defensive pass interference every time. High formation handoff will go to Parker Muff, and he will pick up short yardage there on the play as he'll pick up about 4 on the first down carry. Brings up now a 2nd and 6.
Carry by number 3, Muff. Brought down at about the 16.
And one of the things for King City, Landon Wells getting really his first action here in the second half of games since coming back from his injury. Last week, he did not play in the second half of the big win over Schuyler County. Week before also didn't get much action in the second quarter, as this one's going to be handed off to Muff again. And looks like Hutchinson and Floyd there with it. But no, it's going to be pitched back here to Landon Wells, and he's going to get in for the end zone.
Touchdown.
So a little bit of trickery there.
Number 14, Landon Wells.
And I'm not even sure if I know exactly what happened there. All I know is Landon Wells is standing there in the end zone with I got the football as he scores from 36 yards or from about 21 yards away for a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what just happened. besides the fact that King City got a touchdown.
2-point conversion upcoming. Wells will pitch this one out to Parker Muff, and he will find his way in the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
2-point conversion good by number 3, Muff.
And remember, you can score a touchdown too when you list your home United Country Nelson Real Estate Agent Tammy Wynn Siddons, 56-34, 944 or 56-36. Sorry, 5:44 still left to play in the fourth quarter. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Your hometown Albany Hy-Vee is your tailgate headquarters for all of your fall sports. Whether you're going to tailgate at the games or just want to enjoy the same foods at home, your Albany Hy-Vee has you covered. So make a big play by getting all of your tailgating goodies before the next big play happens at your local Albany Hy-Vee.
Where there's a helpful smile in every eye. Shop Hy-Vee.
Welcome back out again here to King City after a little bit of trickery there by the Wildcats. They get into the end zone, make it a 20-point ball game again here with 9:44 still left to play here in this fourth quarter. And now set to kick off is Dakota Wagner, as this one will bounce out of bounds inside the 30-yard line here of Albany. So it'll be Albany football. Remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance Agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536. So as the ball goes out of bounds, penalty flag flies. It'll be a 1st and 10 for the Warriors at the 28-yard line. And I do have to thank the National Federation of High School Sports for changing that rule, because if it used to go out of bounds, you had to re-kick it. And there was a game here at King City back on the old field that's behind the school there against St. Joseph Christian, where there were about 10 kickoffs in a row that kept going out of bounds. That game, let me tell you, took forever. Floyd underneath center will take the handoff. He'll hand it off to Mercer, and he'll pick up maybe about a half a yard there on the play. And he'll bring up now a 2nd and long 9.
Carried by number 21, Mercer. Brought down by number 4, Boone, and number 77, McCowan. Gain of about a yard on the play. Brings up 2nd and 9.
McCowan and Boone both there on the stop that time for the Wildcats. Warriors with a 20-point lead, really just trying to run out some clock here, with about 9:15 still left to play here in this fourth quarter. Next snap, it'll be a pitch out to Mercer, and he is going to get hit in the backfield, and he will lose about 4 yards there on the carry, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 14.
Carried by number 21, Mercer's tackled for a 4-yard loss by number 3, Muff for the Wildcats.
The Warriors would like to get at least one first down here to kind of try to run a bit more clock out, not give King City the ball back with a whole lot of time.
And the less time that King City has on the clock, the more chances are that you're going to force Landon Wells to throw it rather than Parker Muff to run it. But now the Warriors will come out in the shotgun formation. Here comes the snap with 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. And here comes pressure. Floyd able to get away from some pressure, rolls out. He has some room in front. He gets across the 30-35, and he'll make it across midfield before he's shoved out of bounds, enough for a Warrior first down. As he'll pick up 16 yards for a first down to the King City 38-yard line.
Looked like Floyd was going to be brought down for a sack by King City, but good play by Tysonville to escape the pressure and run for the first down.
And a big first down it was there for the Warriors. As again, that will continue to chew the clock inside 8.5 minutes left to play in the fourth. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Floyd on an option here to Mercer. He has some room on the outside, and he'll be taken down, but a flag will fly in the defensive backfield.
Flag on a play.
Remember, don't be penalized from the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance Agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536. And I believe this one is going against the Warriors. So the penalty flag was thrown at about the King City 31-yard line. And it'll be a spot foul, so it'll put the Warriors back at their own 39. So it'll be a first and 13 here due to the penalty. That That's negative
Walking
3
it back
yards.
by the Warriors, 10-yard penalty from the spot brings up first down from the 39-yard line.
And call that a block of the back penalty. 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver again to the left is Nate Doolittle. Here comes the snap to Floyd. Now 2 receivers in motion here for the Warriors, and it's going to be an illegal motion here against the Warriors. And Floyd obviously upset here with Porter Davis as Davis and Hutchinson both move. And now a timeout going to be called here by head coach Doug Fountain after the 5-yard penalty. Remember, during this Petty John Auto Center timeout, check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com.
Schultz Convenience Store on 136 in Albany has everything you need to keep you running. Schultz has coffee and gas to get you moving in the morning. Fountain Pop, sandwiches, and Champ's Chicken to fuel your lunchtime hunger. They also carry candy and ice cream to keep you awake during the afternoon. At night, Schultz adult beverages and scratchers to help you unwind. That's Schultz Convenience Store in Albany, where they can fuel you up in more ways than one.
So there was actually no penalty called. There would have been if it wouldn't have been quick thinking by the head coach of the Warriors and Doug Fountain as he was able to call a timeout prior to the snap. So now Floyd will be underneath center. Handoff will go to Ethan Mercer. He has some room here to the outside. He crossed 35. He has enough for a first down as he brings it just shy of the 25-yard line. All the way down to the 26.
Good for a Warrior first down. They'll have it first and 10.
So it will be a gain of about 15 yards there for Ethan Mercer. 13th carry already here on the night for Mercer in the second half.
Warriors have got the time left in the game down to almost 7 minutes. Really doing a good job of winding down the clock.
Leading by 20, 56-26. Here comes the snap from Floyd underneath center. Again, the handoff will go to Mercer. Again, he'll bounce it outside. He's across the 15, tries to stay in bounds as he'll bring it down to the 10-yard line for a pickup here of 16 yards. Actually bring it down to the 9 for a gain of 17 for Mercer.
Number 21, Mercer is good for a Warrior first down. They'll have the ball first and goal from the 9-yard line.
32 yards on the last 2 carries there from Ethan Mercer as he now has 20 carries on the night. He had 6 in the first half, already now 14 here in the second. As the Warriors continue to chew up the clock. Again, Kemper Klein out with a lower left leg injury late in the second quarter, but again is still on the sideline standing with his teammates. Floyd again underneath center here for the Warriors. Will take the snap on a first and goal from the 9. Handoff will go to Mercer. And he will fall forward for a gain of 2. Brings up now a first and goal, or a second and goal from the 7.
Carry by number 21, Mercer. Gets just inside the 8-yard line.
The Warriors will take their next snap underneath 6 minutes left to play here in the ball game. As Warriors looking for their first win here in the GRC this season. They've lost nail-biters so far this year to Stanberry by 4, Worth County by 2, and North Andrew last week by 4. Looking for their first win here. They have a 20-point lead over King City. 5 seconds left on the play clock. Floyd will now go underneath center. He'll take the snap with 2 seconds. It'll be a handoff this time to Nate Doolittle. Penalty flag will fly as Doolittle brings it down to the 5-yard line. Penalty flag down to the line of scrimmage. And remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance Agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536. A chop block is going to be called against the Warriors. And I believe it was Sawyer Cross that got called for the chop block. Penalty here against King City will push them back down to the Warriors' 17-yard line.
Repeat the down.
So now be a second and goal from the 17. 56-36. 5.5 left to play here in this fourth quarter. Again, they're taking more and more time away from King City in their explosive offense with Parker Muff. Now Floyd looking to pass. Gets it out to Hutchinson. And he'll bring it down to the 10-yard line. A gain there of 7 through the air.
Pass complete.
As that will be the first completion here to Caden Hutchinson here in the half. He had 3 catches for 70 yards for 3 touchdowns in the first half. He also had a 80-yard interception return for a touchdown. 4:50 left to play here in the fourth quarter as Floyd finally makes it out to the huddle. 56-36, Albany leads. They'll break the huddle and they'll get to the line of scrimmage with 5 seconds on the play clock. 4. It'll be a pitch out to Mercer. He'll get away from 1. Now he'll continue on his feet and he'll be pushed out right at about the 6 or 7-yard line. And that will bring up a 4th and goal.
Carried by number 21, Mercer.
They're actually going to put him down at about the 8.
Goes out of bounds at about the 8-yard line where it brings up 4th and goal.
So a 2-yard pickup there on the carry that time by Ethan Mercer. So 4th and goal here from the 8-yard line. Warriors already lead by 20. And they'll take the next snap with underneath 4 minutes left to play here in this ball game. Albany leads 56-36 by 20. 3:45 and a penalty flag will fly for delay a game here against the Warriors. Remember, don't be penalized for having the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536.
Floyd tried to call a timeout, but he didn't call before the play clock expired.
So the clock stops at 3:48, 56-36. Albany has a 20-point lead. They have a 4th and goal upcoming from the King City 13-yard line. Hutchinson and Davis lined up wide to the right. Doolittle wide to the left. Mercer in the backfield along with Floyd in the shotgun. Floyd rolls out, looking for the end zone. Intercepted here by King City. And now trying to return it here is going to be the Wildcats. And being taken down inside the 10-yard line. A penalty flag will fly on the tackle. As coming away with the interception there is going to be Corbin Taylor. We'll see what the penalty flag is here. It was thrown right about the same spot. And it's going to be a hold against the defense, which would have been King City.
Pass intercepted by number 16, Taylor.
So it'll be a 1st and 10
there was a flag on the play.
from the King City 5-yard line. So King City
blocking the back against the Wildcats
is going to have to go
to the goal.
75 yards with 3:35 still left to play in the fourth quarter, and then they need 2 more touchdowns. Here comes a snap. It'll be handed off to Muff, and he will pick up no yardage there on the play. And a timeout is going to be called, I believe, here by King City. So remember, during this Petty John Auto Center timeout, check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online at pettyjohnauto.com. Again, it is a 56-36 lead here for the Warriors with 3:28 still left to play. We're back with more in just a moment.
At American Family Insurance, protecting farms and ranches is at the heart of what we do. After all, it's where we got our start more than 90 years ago. We understand the hard work that goes into building and sustaining your business. And that's why we offer customizable policies that protect everything you've worked hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves. Contact me today.
For details, stop by and talk to Agent David Smith at 116 South Smith Street in Albany or at 303 North Park Street in Stanberry, or call 660-726-3536 today.
Welcome back out again here to King City, where the Wildcats have a 2nd and 10 upcoming from their own 5-yard line, trailing by 20 points with 3:28 still left to play here in this fourth quarter. 2 receivers lined up wide to the left, 1 receiver wide to the right. Muff will be behind Wells, and now he'll motion out to the right. Here comes pressure by Mercer. And the pass up and caught, as coming back for it there is going to be King City, and it's going to be, again, Corbin Taylor, who just made the interception, and he'll bring it out to the Albany 34-yard line.
Pass complete to number 16, Taylor is good for a Wildcat.
A 41-yard pass play
From the 34-yard line.
out to Corbin Taylor. He had one pass catch for 5 yards in the first half.
King City's going to hurry back, try to get another playoff quickly.
And Wells throws it up, looking up, and again, pass will fall incomplete, that time looking for Zeke Fisher.
Pass intended, number 1, Fisher falls incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats.
3:04 still left to play here in the fourth quarter, and with the passing now here by King City, they can really kind of make that clock kind of slow down a little bit because an incompletion will stop the clock. But if you're a Wildcat, you only have 2 timeouts remaining. You may want to try and play close to the sideline, get out of bounds if you can as well, rather than continuing to fight for yards. Still down 3 scores here are the Wildcats. They'll take the next snap from the Warrior 34-yard line on a 2nd and 10. Looking deep. And this one almost intercepted there by Caden Hutchinson. Looking again there for Taylor.
16, Taylor broke it up by number 10, Hutchinson.
That's a Hutchinson already with 1 interception on the night. Then he returned for 80 yards. And again, coming into the night, Caden Hutchinson had 5 interceptions, tied with Hayden Ecker of North Andrew and Justin Griffin of St. Paul Lutheran. Again, with the interception already, he has 6. Almost had a 7th there. So it'll be a 3rd and 10 upcoming from the Albany 34-yard line. King City down 20 points with now just underneath 3 minutes left to play in the ball game. Taylor in motion. Handoff will go to Muff. And he is going to be wrapped up and taken down after he picks up maybe about 1.5 yards there on the carry.
Carried by number 3, Muff. Tackle on play led by number 64, Stevens.
King City's not going to call a timeout, so the clock will continue to tick.
2 on the play.
And it'll be a 4th and 9. And as you say that, King City will take their timeout. Remember, check out Petty John Auto Center on Facebook or online during this Petty John Auto timeout. We're back with more in just a moment here on Albany TV.
Looking to sell some of your things? Give Rod Dollars, Leo Madison, or Leon Mester a call at Dollars and Mester Auction Service to set up an auction today. Call Rod at 660-254-2548 or 660-783-2548. Give Leon a call at 660-582-0258 or 660-726-3252 or give Leo a call at 660-868-0113. Check out their current auctions at showmemoreauctions.com.
Welcome back out here to King City. It's a 20-point Albany lead, 56-36, 2:37 still left to play here in this fourth quarter. But it's going to be a big 4th and 9 upcoming here for King City. Again, trailing by 3 scores. As right now, King City playing 2 opponents. Not only are they playing the Warriors, but they're also playing the clock. A 4th and 9 from the Albany 33-yard line. Again, the pistol formation here are going to be the Wildcats. Now, motioning out to the right is going to be Muff. Here comes pressure from Mercer, and he is going to hit Wells as he throws the pass. Is going to fall incomplete. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Pass falls incomplete. The Wildcats turn the ball over on
And I
downs.
believe
Give the
even if that
Warriors
ball would have been
1st and
caught by
10.
anybody, Wells might have crossed the line of scrimmage there. It might have been an illegal forward pass. But either way, it will be called a turnover on downs and an incompletion. 1st and 10 here for the Warriors. 2:30 left to play here in this fourth quarter. As we get set here, it will be a 1st and 10 for the Warriors from their own 33-yard line, yes. And it'll be a pitch out here to Mercer. And he will bring it across to the 35-yard line for a gain of 2 yards. Brings up now a 2nd and 8.
Warriors move the ball to the 35-yard line where it brings up 2nd down.
So a 2nd and 8 upcoming here for the Warriors from their own 35-yard line as they continue to try and chew clock here with 2 minutes left to play here in the ball game and ticking. As the Warriors will wait until the play clock goes down. In motion here is going to be Doolittle, keeping it as Floyd. He'll cross midfield, and he will be taken down right near the first down yard marker, about a yard short for a pickup of about 6 yards for a first down as Devin Patton comes up limping a little bit after being on the bottom of the pile. But he will stay in the game as he'll make his way back over to the
Floyd brought down by number
huddle.
3 Muff brings up 3rd and 1.
So with a 3rd and 1 upcoming, with 1:20 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Floyd will wait to get underneath center until we get to about 10 seconds left to go on the play clock. And King City will jump off sides. Remember, don't be penalized from the wrong insurance. Contact American Family Insurance Agent David Smith today, 660-726-3536.
Be a 5-yard penalty is good for a Warrior first down.
So the 5-yard penalty not only gives the Warriors a first down, but it also keeps the clock running. So now the Warriors won't have to take another snap until there's underneath a minute left to go in the ball game. And I believe we could see victory formation. That's exactly what we're going to see. The Warriors are going to come away with their 3rd win of the season and the 1st in conference play. As Floyd will take the snap and he'll just kneel it down with 47 seconds left. They'll have to take one more snap here, I believe. Yes, they will have to take one more snap as there's a 3-second difference between the game clock and the play clock. So the next snap upcoming here from Trice Floyd. And this time he'll kneel it, and it is going to be a 56-26 victory tonight for the 56-36 victory tonight for the Warriors. They win by 20 and come away with their first conference win of the season in the GRC. We'll be back with your BTC Bank postgame and who your Papa's player of the game is, along with some unofficial stats from the ball game when we come back in just a moment here on Albany TV.
As Mosaic continues to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic, they are committed to staying connected. Whether you need a routine checkup or to be seen for an illness, Mosaic has virtual options available. The highly trained nurses are also ready to help you when you need them via the 24/7 community nurse line. Plus, the My Mosaic Portal website and app are available for messaging your care team and accessing health information. Please visit mymlc.com/stayconnected to learn more. Now more than ever, Mosaic is here with you and here for you. Show your school spirit with the BTC Bank School Mascot Debit Card. Choose the card that fits your favorite local school, and they'll donate $10 per card to that school. Available for new accounts or replacement cards for an existing account. Visit one of BTC Bank's 12 locations to get your school mascot debit card today, where they can instantly issue your new card. BTC Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC.
Community-minded, just like you. BTC Bank.
Whether you are hungry for a burger, steak, fish, Mexican, or fresh salad bar, Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany has it all. Papa's is family friendly with a playroom for the kids so the grown-ups can enjoy their meal. Make sure you leave room for dessert because you shouldn't leave without trying some of Christie's homemade pies, cookies, or other goodies. For a delicious meal at a great price and an even better atmosphere, you have to head to Papa's Family Restaurant on 136 in Albany.
Welcome back out again here to King City, where it's a win tonight for the Warriors in conference play as they will now move to 3-4 on the season and now 1-3 in conference play. They'll finish up conference play next week, again taking on a tough Pattonsburg team, and could be even tougher if they don't get the opportunity to play with Kemper Klein. We'll like to thank our sponsors, help you bring you tonight's broadcast tonight here on Albany TV.
The sponsors are BTC Bank with locations in Albany, Beeman, Bethany, Boonville, Carrollton, Chillicothe, Gallatin, Maysville, Osborne, Pattonsburg, and Lamoni, Iowa. Pettyjohn Auto Center in Bethany and Albany. Papa's Family Restaurant in Albany, Albany Hy-Vee. Schultz in Albany, American Family Insurance with agent David Smith in Albany and Stanberry. United Country Nelson Real Estate and Auction Company, agents Tony Nelson in Bethany and Tammy Whitten-Siddons in Albany. Smith Insurance and Smith Prudential in Albany, Albany Chiropractic Clinic, Dollars and Messner Auction Service, Northwest Cell, Raymond Smith Body Shop in Albany, Mosaic Medical Center in Albany, The Legacy at East Fork Lodge in Albany, the Albany School District, the King City School District, Hogue Lumber Company in Albany, Stamper Hauling in Albany, Albany Booster Club, the City of Albany, the Printery and New Shopper in Albany, and Winner's Circle Trophies and Awards, North Albany.
And remember tonight's postgame brought to you by BTC Bank. BTC Bank, community-minded just like you. Let's go over some of the unofficial stats here from the ball game. For Landon Wells tonight, he rushed the ball 7 times for 30 yards. He did have a couple of completions. Most of them, both of them really were to Corbin Taylor, as he had 2 catches for 46 yards on the night. Brody Tunks rushes the ball 2 times for 18 yards. Corbin Taylor rushes the ball 1 time for 9 yards. After getting 20 carries for 134 yards in the first half, Parker Muff follows it up with another 11 carries for just underneath 100 yards in the second half, as he finishes tonight 31 carries for 233 yards on the night for the Wildcats. For the Warriors tonight, the starting quarterback tonight and Kemper Klein, who gets hurt in the first half. He had just 1 carry on the night for 5 yards. He went 2 for 8 passing for 32 yards. And then rushing the ball tonight, Trice Floyd has 11 carries for 48 yards on the night. Kane Hutchinson has 1 carry for 5 yards and 4 catches for 77 yards. Nate Doolittle also has a catch for 10 yards. And then rushing the ball tonight, Ethan Mercer, as he has 6 carries for 153 yards there in the first half. Follows it up with another 17 carries there in the second half. Really got a bulk of the workload trying to run the clock out as he picks up 78 yards as he finishes the night 23 carries for 231 yards. Also 1 pass completion for 11 yards. And tonight's player of the game, sponsored by Papa's Family Restaurant. Papa's Family Restaurant, your home for a delicious meal with a great price and an even better atmosphere. And, Brett, we were kind of back and forth. Hutchinson had 4 touchdowns tonight. 3 of them caught for touchdowns. He also had the big 80-yard interception return. And then you've got another 4 touchdowns from Ethan Mercer. It really was a coin flip tonight, but our Papa's player of the game tonight is going to be?
Our Papa's player of the game is going to be Ethan Mercer.
And again, Mercer finishes the night 23 carries for 231 yards. Really, it was Mercer had a good first half, had a couple big touchdown runs at the beginning of the game. Hutchinson had a really good first half. But then whenever the Warriors got the lead, kind of needed to run the ball, it was Ethan Mercer that got the bulk of the carries. So tonight he's going to be our Papa's player of the game. Again, don't forget, Warriors will be back in action again next week here on Albany TV. It'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff for the GRC final game in 8-man football for the season. It will be the Warriors taking on the Panthers at Pattonsburg next week. Again, we hope to have you watch and listen in again. For our cameraman and owner tonight, Perry Phillips. For Brett Williams and myself, Jared Ralvis. So long and good night here tonight from King City as the Warriors pick up a 56-36 victory for their first conference win of the year.